class. Say hello to Billy Madison.
Hello, Billy Madison.
You want me to take my shirt off for you?
No, thank you.
Okay, baby.
What up? Billy Madison Show. Yo, I had Goof record this in. It's a former Disney star that's going through something similar that Nard is going through with his pancreas.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if this guy did Ozempic. I have no idea.
Yeah.
I don't know if this guy drank 14 Monsters a day. I don't know if this guy drank. I don't know if this guy had a sedentary lifestyle. I have no idea.
Is it Rondell?
Yeah, I sent it to Goof to record it in.
Rondell Sheridan?
I believe so.
Okay, I put it at 1-1.
1-1. So I got an update on Nathaniel Daniel yesterday.
Oh, cool.
And he's going to be in there for a few more weeks.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, a few more weeks he's going to be hanging out.
Damn, that sucks.
It does. I felt bad for him. He gets to eat yesterday. I was
Yep.
FaceTiming him, right?
Yep.
And then he just disappeared off FaceTime, and all I heard was,
Oh. Yeah.
That's all I heard because they had given him pudding.
Oh, so he finally got his feeding tube out?
He got his feeding tube out, so now he's just got pudding and other stuff. And I was like, hey, bro, do you need me to bring anything like a PlayStation or Xbox? I got a Nintendo Switch if you want to use that.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, mashed taters.
Mashed potato. You were asking like forms of entertainment,
Yeah.
and he was like,
And I was like,
"Mash."
I'm exactly what I said, Derek, to him. I was like, I'm looking to send you some forms of entertainment.
Yeah.
He goes, that'll keep me occupied.
Mashed potatoes?
Mashed potatoes.
Okay.
So I was like, how about an iPad? How about I bring you an iPad? You can watch Netflix.
Well, he can't eat mashed taters
He can't?
on the iPad.
No, he can't.
Yeah.
But I'm going to bring him an iPad.
Oh, is that what you're gonna do?
So I got a list.
You got a list.
Yeah, I got to bring him a pillow,
Okay.
iPad with Netflix, mashed potatoes.
Yeah.
And there was something else on the list here. Let me see if I can find this list. Good old Nathaniel Daniel. Oh, and a blanket. Wants another blanket.
Okay.
But all I had is so funny. So I brought him this Squishmallow thing that, I don't know, it's in the house. It's a Christmas one, right? And then I brought him a Hallmark movie blanket.
Mm-hmm.
It's a Christmas one.
Oh, you went to see? Oh, you went to see him yesterday too?
I went to see him the other day. And
Oh,
so
I
I
got
brought
you.
him this stuff the other day, but it's all Christmas, right?
Yeah.
So
Favorite time of year?
I know it is his favorite time of year.
Mm-hmm.
But you go in his room, you don't know. It's like, damn, is it December?
So he's probably gonna be in there till June.
Probably.
Damn.
He's probably going to be in there till June.
God,
I mean, maybe after
damn.
that, if he has to go to extended care, like go to a home care facility, see, he's dealing with kind of similar to this guy, and this guy set up a GoFund as well.
Wow.
Hey, friends. It's Rondell Sheridan here. On April the 10th, I was on the road and got sick. Went to the hospital, and they thought it was gastric. I got home on the 12th, immediately went to the hospital at Northridge and was told it's pancreatitis. Tons of tests. I was in the hospital for 9 days. I got released, and I thought I was on the road to recovery. But,
Sounds like Nard, right?
Yeah, it does.
it was just for observation. My pancreas is inflamed, and there's not much you can do about it, but just wait.
That's it. That's all you can do is wait.
Wow.
Now, Nard's got a couple other things. He had sepsis.
Yeah.
He's got a cyst, and they're waiting for that thing to mature so
Mhm.
they can do a surgery to drain it. And he has to have his gallbladder removed because he had gallstones.
Damn.
So Nard's whole insides, like you used to say,
They're
is-
rotten.
yeah, they are rotten to
Yeah.
the core.
No, I mean,
He's gonna make it. He's
that
gonna
sucks
be fine.
though. It's just such karma for him.
See, I don't believe. What do you mean karma?
Well, because he's always just attacked people about their bodies and their weight and their, healthiness.
That is true.
Yeah. And now it's like, well, look whose insides look like a fat ass now,
That's right. Yeah. But he's going to be all right.
Oh man, I hope so.
He is. It's
Yeah.
he's got a long road of recovery, but lifestyle changes that he has to make. But I asked him yesterday, I'm like, send me a video, you know what I mean? Let everybody know how you're doing. I haven't heard from him.
Oh, okay.
So, but he was very sleepy. I talked to him for probably 20 minutes, and his nurse came in and stuff like that.
Yeah. His family's still in town?
His family's all left. So
they all left.
That's why I was able to get a hold of him.
Gotcha.
Because when his family was in town, I couldn't get a hold of him.
They packed up his house and got out of here, huh?
Yeah, and I asked him, I was like, hey, is it safe for me to come there? He goes, yeah.
Yeah.
It's safe now.
Right. Right. Now that, oh, man. I'm surprised the hospital hadn't kicked him out, though.
No, they're not going to
Just
kick him
because I've
out.
heard there's been a little bit of drama down there.
Was there really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, tell me, please.
Just some female drama.
No way. With a couple women fighting?
Couple women, yeah. Couple women being like, who are you? Who are you?
That's badass.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Nard, I guess, is just kind of like passed out on the bed.
That happened to my buddy. Remember I told you my buddy's funeral?
At his
4
funeral,
women
yeah.
showed up. There was a fist fight at my buddy's funeral.
Mhm.
Hair pulled, cops called, 2 women arrested. There might have been a pregnancy. I can't remember. But 4 women, all claiming to be his girlfriend, showed up at his funeral.
Similar thing.
Now,
Except
Nard's...
for this is Nard's pre-funeral.
Yeah, Nard's on his hospital bed. He's got all these women showing up.
Yeah.
And they're
Mashed
like,
potatoes.
who are you?
Mashed potatoes.
What's more country than that, dude?
I just love how you're like, hey, man, can I bring you a PlayStation or something? Mashed potatoes.
That's all I wanted. What a fat ass.
I love it. He's gonna clog them. He's gonna clog them arteries up right away.
Right away?
Yeah. He ain't gonna survive 2
No,
days.
the last time?
Gravy.
No, the last time
Mhm.
he was in the hospital, I was like, all right, what do you need me to bring? He goes, Sour Patch Kids.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, you can't have those.
Sour.
Well, I'll just suck on them.
Sour Patch Kids.
I won't even eat them. I'll spit them out. I'll just suck on them. And then I'll spit.
Man. Oh, man.
What's up, Cody?
Hey, what's going on?
What's up, buddy? You want to bring Nard something today?
Well, I'm willing to risk it for Nard. You guys need to get him ivermectin.
Okay, all right.
What am I supposed to do? Just go in there and inject him with it?
Yeah. I don't know.
I mean, I guess that is what Cody is seriously saying, which makes it even funnier.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, listen. Cody really, I mean, he's not even trolling right there.
No, he's not.
Like, that is, he swears, people swear by that stuff.
This person on our chat
Yeah.
says they had pancreatitis 3 times,
Mhm.
and it's just a waiting game. All they can do is give you pain meds.
Yeah.
Nard's got a lot of things going on, though.
A lot of things
His
going on.
insides are rotten, as Derek said.
Yeah, they're rotten.
Very rotten.
They're rotten to the core.
Just
you know.
kind of, it's just interesting because I wonder how this guy, maybe it's just a coincidence that this guy got it.
Yeah.
But, it's the same thing as Nard, in and out of the hospital.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, they say the pancreas, all my doctor friends are like, dude, that's just something that you learned right away in medical school that you don't mess with it.
Right.
You just got to leave it alone. It's pissed off. It's angry. It's easily.
There's not like a whole lot of ways just to go in there and fix it.
No,
Gotcha.
nothing.
Yeah, I mean, I guess we've been witnessing it for
Yeah,
sure.
we have.
Yeah.
I can't believe there's all these women down there just fighting over Nard.
Yeah. Right. Fighting over this homeless guy.
I mean, you're with this like 3-tone wiener.
Uh-huh.
He's got, how that 50 Shades Nard's got 3 shades of wiener.
Like, imagine how down you got to be as a woman to be fighting over that guy. Like, that's crazy. Like, life has went wrong for you.
You're saying that if you're fighting over
Nathaniel
Nard, Daniel,
Yeah. Right. That's insane to me. And anybody that's ever, talked to Nard would be like, that's insane. Like, I love him. He's hilarious. I couldn't imagine fighting over him.
Well, he's not funny on purpose.
No.
He's only situational funny when he's in here with us.
Or when he's at the hospital. Like, he's hilarious right now. Because he's just like,
But he's not trying to be funny.
No, God, no. He's like, go in there and get the queen bee. Like, it's just funny. Man, I'm gonna miss that guy.
What do you mean? We're gonna get him back.
I
I sent my buddy Jerry,
don't know about that.
who's getting married, so I
Yeah,
can't
he
wait
is.
for his big wedding. I'm real excited for that.
Yeah.
But I sent him, we can build a house for $3,000 and you
Mhm.
don't need any tools.
Wow.
And so I sent him how to build it and everything.
Mm-hmm.
So Nard could live back behind the woods in my house.
That's cool.
He could live back there.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be able to see him because it'd just be in the woods where my land is.
Yeah.
He'd just be back there in the woods. It'd be perfect.
But you have a roof.
He would have a roof. He'd have trees all around him. He loves trees. He used to talk to trees.
All the mashed taters he could eat.
All of them. He could grow taters back there.
You want a PS5 or mashed potatoes? It's just funny because like that's how he's talking right now. And I know that's exactly what he said 100%.
He did.
Mashed potatoes.
Then I'm looking at the logistics of that because by the time I get him mashed taters
Yeah.
all the way downtown,
Oh
like
yeah.
the KFC mashed taters,
Right.
they're
Not
gonna
in
be
an easy spot at all.
no, they're gonna be so cold.
Yeah. I mean, I guess
He's
you
gonna
could
have
a
cold
microwave.
taters.
Yeah.
They don't have microwaves in the room.
Oh, they don't?
No,
Not even Nards?
no, Nard doesn't have anything but a little tiny TV,
Well, that's good.
and he never has the TV on. I'm like, you're crazy.
Yeah. God, I bet his car's just like collecting dust.
It's still at
It's
the
still
ER.
at the ER. Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
I had to let our buddy Peter know, like, hey, his
Hey,
car's
don't
gonna be
tow
there
that.
for a while.
Yeah.
No way it starts.
Oh man, who knows about that? But that sucks. His family's gone now. I'll have to start going back down there again.
Yeah, you're gonna have to go visit him.
I know.
It's your best buddy.
He was.
This woman says that her marriage and sex life was ruined by a common drug. And she says, please heed her warning. This is the second woman that has come out with this, stating that her marriage was ruined after her man started taking a drug to stop hair loss.
Oh,
Finasteride.
okay.
It's a drug taken by millions of men to prevent hair loss. The problem is that it lowers the man's sex drive, lowers his ability to get a boner. A lot of times he can't get a boner.
That's an issue.
That is an issue. But we just read yesterday
Yeah.
that women are extremely turned on by bald dudes. So there's no point in doing anything with your hair. Just let it go bald.
Yeah.
Because women
Women
like that.
love it. It drives them wild.
It does. It drives them crazy. Bald men are where it's at. So there's no point.
I mean, just go bald.
That's what it says.
Yeah.
What is
God,
this?
I'm hoping to start losing some hair soon.
You're not going to, though. I don't think you're going to lose any hair.
I'm hoping I go bald sooner rather than later,
I don't think that's going to happen.
so I can be sexy to women. Because that's what all women want.
Hey, well, you could just shave your head and give a bald,
Yeah.
I would look crazy.
I did shave my head, but yeah.
You did?
Oh, yeah.
Why? Just because it's summer?
Well, it's in honor of that new Kanye song.
Oh, okay. It
think
says
Hail Hitler or something.
what?
Yeah, you haven't seen that?
No, I haven't.
His new, and people in the streets are going crazy about it.
What?
They love it.
Jeez.
They say it's the song of the year.
I know, but back in Nazi day, those dudes didn't shave their heads.
I know.
That's like has nothing to do with Nazi stuff.
I know. It just kind of correlates.
Yeah, she thought the problem was going to be temporary. When he struggled to perform, she got him to take Viagra. So what a thirsty ass woman, though.
Yeah.
She's like, hey, you got to get that thing to work. She's buying him Viagra and all this stuff.
I like it.
Imagine, though, if reverse the genders. His
And
wife's
she's
like,
going bald?
no, his wife's like, hey, I'm not in the mood. I'm on this medication. And then he's just coming home with Lady Viagra and all this stuff, trying to get her in the mood. Nobody would be okay with that.
Oh, no. People would be like, monster.
Yeah, what do you mean? She's
Yeah.
got problems.
Mm-hmm.
Fearing being
also-
labeled a sex addict, she avoided discussing it with friends, but quickly started to feel isolated, became depressed, and then she wanted to kill herself because her husband couldn't get a boner.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah.
Also reverse it in the fact of your lady starts going bald. Ooh, I'd probably have to bounce.
Okay, that's
You imagine a woman going bald? That'd be crazy.
But do you know how many women wear wigs anyways?
Not a lot.
A lot.
Very few.
They a lot of their hair's fake anyway, so you wouldn't even know.
That's not true.
It's so true.
Their hair's not fake. They wouldn't do that.
It's so fake.
They wouldn't do that.
All right, we got $1,000 to give away today.
Damn.
Less than 45 minutes and more. Hang on.
back to the Billy Madison Show.
What's up? Billy Madison Show. $1,000 on the way. This is kind of wild. So this college admissions worker
Yeah.
fired for soliciting applicants.
All right.
Right? So he was like trying to get this girl to go to college, right? He's like, all right, yeah, let me look at your application and everything.
Mm-hmm.
And then he's like, hey, what if I give you $400 for sex?
Oh, soliciting them for sex.
Yeah, he was giving this girl a tour, smitten with her, and then offered her $400 for sex.
And then, he's like in a position of like college admissions.
Right.
So that he's almost like trying to, parlay that as well into the mix. What a sicko.
And then the dude, he targeted 4 students sharing, pornography with their phone numbers, soliciting commercial sex from them.
That's crazy. Yes.
The accused creep allegedly contacted 4 students during their visits to the school.
One thing I've told my now 17-year-old daughter since she was, probably in middle school is that creeps come in all shapes and sizes and people.
Yeah, this is what he said. He offered to pay her $400 for some fun and claimed to have pornographic photos and videos ready to send her way of himself.
Yeah.
And then he asked her, he's like, hey, would you like to be in a gangbang?
Yep. This is why I tell my daughter, just assume every male you meet is a creep.
And she's just like, I'm just trying to go to college, sir.
Yeah. It's clearly a, motivated young person.
Wanting to go to college?
Yeah, wanting to go to college, wanting to do something.
And this fat pig, because the dude was fat.
Of course he was.
Glasses.
Yeah.
Just trying to be a creep.
Sick.
Let's see here. Mom befriends lonely neighbor. So his mom's like, that neighbor's very lonely.
Okay.
We should probably be nice to him. The mom next door's neighbor became a trusted friend after he moved in next door. And she's like, he's just so nice, so pleasant. Then she finds out that he had been filming her family naked.
Oh, my God.
As he, I guess, put cameras in her home.
No.
Yeah.
That's what you get for befriending people.
A single mom became best friends with her neighbor, but she realized he'd been filming her entire family naked for months.
Yeah. This is why you don't talk to your neighbors, folks. Just let it be.
What a creep. The victim, who wants to remain anonymous, she grew close enough with this guy that she trusted him with a house key to look after her pets when the family would be away.
I see a lot of, yeah.
While the family was away, hidden cameras were set up.
Mm-hmm. This is how my buddy Cody was. Like, he moved into, like a fancy new neighborhood, and it was brand new, so, like, all of his neighbors, like, all the neighbors were new. The whole neighborhood was new.
Hey, Cody.
And they become, like, all good friends. And that's how they are. Like, they all have, like, keys to each other's houses. They know the security code. You know what I mean? Like, they're all, it's just like a big, like, family is how this, like, cul-de-sac is, if you will.
Cul-de-sac is what they call it.
And I tell them all the time, I'm like, you're a weirdo.
Well, so he's going to go out of town, right? And if he's got a hot wife or something like that, some pervert dude that has a key to the house, he's going to get too tempted.
Yeah.
And he's going to be like, let me just set up this camera.
Right. Oh, no, they all, like, and they all drink just, like, heavily.
Okay.
And so there's, like, times where, there's times where Cody's, like, came home and, like, a neighbor's, like, passed out on his couch. He's like, oh, wrong house.
What?
And it's like, what the hell's going on?
I don't know. I wouldn't trust that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
There's some funny business going on.
My point is, people get too friendly with their neighbors.
That is some funny-ass business.
Yeah. Turned into, like, some swinger stuff.
That's what it sounded like.
Yeah, that's what, yeah. Well, his wife was with him,
Okay, well, that's good.
Like, they both got home, you know what I mean?
Right.
It wasn't like he came home and it's like, oh, now this guy's here. I'm just saying, like, that's how friendly the neighbors are. They tell it as if it's a funny story.
Okay. Yeah, it's a funny story. Just, he was just
He was
on her
passed
couch.
out on my couch. It's like, go to your own house. And he's like, I thought I was in my house.
Everybody's seen everybody's genitalia. It's
Oh,
fine.
absolutely. 100%. But that's just what I'm saying. Like, those are like the modern day neighbors, I think. Like, people are just like really friendly.
Yeah, they're super friendly.
Especially the ones that are moving into these brand new neighborhoods, brand new homes. You know what I mean? People are all they're excited to be there.
There was one thing that was supposedly going away, but some people still want to do it, and that's bachelor and bachelorette parties.
I feel like those will make a resurgence in a big way.
They could.
If marriage comes back.
This one woman, she's basically been left in tatters because her friends don't want to do a bachelorette party.
Yeah.
And
but she does.
She's like, wait a second.
And she's going to be the bride?
That's my rite of passage.
Oh, man. And her friends are like,
no, we don't want to do that. We love our men.
Mm-hmm. Our men aren't really into letting us do that.
Yeah, so we have respect for our men, and that would be disrespectful.
That's the angle you're taking. I got you.
Yeah.
We have respect for our men.
Yeah.
I mean, I doubt they say that.
No, I've been watching a lot of street interviews.
Yeah?
And every interview is about, would you, how you dress and stuff like that. It seems to be a big topic right now.
Yeah, it is.
And so there was this one guy who just got berated on the street because his girl's tatas were hanging out.
Mm-hmm.
Like almost all the way out. And he's like, are you comfortable her dressing this way? And he's like, I don't have a say.
Not my body.
Whatever she wants to do.
Which is true.
And that is true. But then the guy was like, don't you find it to be disrespectful? I mean, what can I there's no reason to have your boobs out.
Well, the reason would be to, so that other people are like, man, that girl's hot.
So that's the only reason to have your boobs out.
Yeah, so there you go. There's the reason.
I mean, but, I'm like, there's lots of really cute clothes that girls can wear that they don't have their boobs out.
No, there's not.
Sure there are.
No, there's not.
Oh, yeah.
No.
Yes, there is.
No,
You're
there's
so
not.
stupid.
No,
yeah,
there's not.
There's tons of clothes where they don't have to have their boobs out.
No, sir.
Whatever. I get it. All right, you're on the hunt. You're trying to find a man, lock down a dude, taking what mama gave you, bring it out there, try to corral a man. All right. I mean, I get that a little bit. But once you got a man, why are you still out there for all that attention?
That's just in case there's a better man.
That's the only thing, right?
Yeah.
You're like, hey, I'm not going to put all my eggs in this dude's basket.
Mm-hmm.
What if I meet somebody better?
Right. It's the same reason why, I'm always kind of like putting down my chick on the air, just in case there's something better out there.
Oh, yeah. That way you can get with something better.
Right, yeah. Probably not, but, just in case. You never know.
I got a story.
You don't know unless you try.
If another man is able to get close to your woman,
yeah,
that's her problem, not the guy's problem. She's responsible for shutting it down. I agree with that as well.
Yeah.
Right? I know dudes always get mad at the guy. It's like, oh, man. It's like, I don't think you can get mad at the guy. You got to get mad at your woman. She was never your girl.
Yeah.
It was just your turn.
Yep.
As they say.
I mean, it's not. It's almost in a weird way. You want to, thank the guy for
kind of
expose. Yeah.
It's like, all right, well,
it's like that'd be weird. You're probably not going to, but I'm just saying.
Hey, just go to him and be like, thanks, pal.
Yeah. Hey, man, I appreciate you cracking that.
Man, I sure done do appreciate what you did for me.
Lets me know that it was just my turn.
She's not loyal.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
She was never my girl. It was my turn.
Mm-hmm.
Men who are good at sex don't tolerate bad behavior in women.
Yeah, I mean, that makes sense.
I got some hot takes today, Derek.
Sounds like it.
Yeah, this one's good because it's like, hey, if a man's good at sex, he's not going to tolerate a woman yelling at him and bitching him around and all that stuff.
Only men that are bad at sex tolerate this kind of behavior.
Yes. Yeah.
Man, that's rude.
I know.
Damn.
It's so good, right?
It's like low key when you think about the statement. There you go. That's rude for you.
Yeah, it's so rude.
Yeah.
So every dude that's just getting yelled at Disney when I'm at Disney,
you're bad at sex.
He's bad at sex. He doesn't get her there. He doesn't take her to Pound Town.
Men that are good at sex don't get talked to like that.
They don't.
Yikes.
Because their woman's like, I'm not going to talk to him like that. He can really pound it out.
Is that true though?
Yeah.
I can't wait to hear about that.
I feel like it is.
I just,
I also don't think if you have a big penis,
yeah.
you don't get talked to like that from a girl.
I would love to know that too, if that's really true.
Yeah, that's just my take.
Yeah.
If you have a big one, like she's not popping off at you. You know what I mean? She shows you respect. Now you got to show her respect as well. But I'm just saying, he's not getting yelled at because he didn't fold the stroller properly.
Oh my God, nothing worse than that.
Right?
Then you're fumbling with some baby stuff, and then the mom's just like, "Are you an idiot? You know how to do
If
it?"
you have a big penis, she's like, "Let me help you with that."
Yeah.
That's what happens.
Mm-hmm.
She's like, "Hey, hang on, honey, I'll help you get that." If you got a big penis, you're good at sex. She's not yelling at you because you can't. When you can't get that stroller, she's also saying you suck at sex.
Yeah. Like, oh, you can't do anything right.
You can't.
What's she saying?
You can't pound me out, and you can't put that together. Damn it, hurry up. We're trying to get on this bus.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to get a Dole Whip, dumbass.
Yeah.
I
You're
see it
holding up the line.
all the time at Disney. Just dudes.
No, that felt like, something you had seen live.
Yeah, live in living color.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get a Dole Whip.
Like some guy just getting punked at
I'm
Disney
doing
for
my best.
fumbling the stroller. That's hilarious.
Well, because when you get on the bus, you gotta break down the stroller.
Absolutely.
You put it underneath the bus, all
Yeah.
that stuff. Or you got to bring it on the bus with you.
And the baby's like sitting in the stroller until the bus gets there. So it's like, oh, she takes the baby, then you got the stroller, you got to, fold this thing, put it away.
Oh, my
You
gosh.
start fumbling with it, and the mom's like, oh, my God, I married an idiot.
Hurry up, Jason.
But yeah, a guy that's out there fumbling with the stroller that just, lays the pipe. A woman's like, are you okay, honey?
If he's got a big penis
She
and he
talks
lays
to him
the
very,
pipe,
very nice.
she's like, hold on, honey, let me help you with that.
She'll hand the baby to some stranger or something.
Can you hold my
I need
baby?
to help my man.
I gotta help I gotta help my man break this down. I'm telling you, you don't get talked to like that. You got a big one.
It's interesting.
You know what it is too?
What is it?
It's just she knows that you got options.
Yeah. She doesn't want that going somewhere else.
Right.
Makes sense.
I also have this. This is a fun story. Burger King. Did you see that they're facing a lawsuit over the Whopper?
I didn't know.
Okay, so they're saying that the Whoppers are bigger in the photos
Yeah.
than they are in person.
They look massive in the photos.
Right. And so they're saying they're 35% bigger in the photos than they are when you get to the store and you get to the fast food place and you order a Whopper. It's smaller.
And I feel like they've gotten smaller over the years.
Well, my weird brain was like, this is the same thing that dudes do to women. They Burger King women and they make it look bigger in the photo. And then when a woman sees it in person, she's like, what is this?
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure.
What am I supposed to do with this? I thought you had a Whopper.
I just don't know. Like, do guys send their junk unless they have a big one?
Only if they can make it look bigger in the photo. More impressive.
Yeah. Man, that would be funny if that's really happening.
I think we know why Nard, he always says he doesn't send photos of his, and it's because it's all different colors.
Yeah. He'd have to, only black and whites. But even then, you can still tell they're different shades. Yeah, it's weird.
That is, how did
Belongs
that
in a
happen?
museum. I don't know.
I hope when he comes back, he does his OnlyFans.
He's going to have
to have that money.
What else is he going to do?
I got a couple in Florida just doing Florida stuff.
Yeah.
Have you seen the story about the gorilla that was throwing rocks at the people that were watching him at the zoo?
I did.
Yeah, that's a great story.
He's like, yeah, I know y'all been talking crap.
Yeah. You want
Thinking
the
you
smoke?
can take on some of us?
You want this smoke?
Yeah, he's just reminding them, you stand no chance.
So that was a funny story, so I'll get to that. We also have to give away World Oddity Expo tickets today.
I do love how that gorilla conversation just got so serious. To like where they have like, I don't even know what you call a person that studies animals.
Oh, I thought it was going to be on Sports Center.
Oh, my God. I mean, but like there are people coming out that are, experts in the field of gorillas and stuff that are weighing in on this. And it's just so funny to me.
Well, the only way that men would be able to is to tire out the gorilla because they only have that energy for a short time and
Right.
they would just pass out.
That is what I learned, yeah. Because there are people that, like, work with the no gorillas very well that are like, oh, yeah, the 100 men could definitely take out a gorilla. No doubt about it.
There'd be about 35 dudes would die.
Yeah. Dudes are going
before.
to get rocked.
They're gonna get killed.
But that's what happens, when it's what happens in the military, too. You know what I mean? Like, you send a wave in and
I'm waiting for some rich person in another country
to put it together. Yeah.
to sanction it in Russia or something.
No, Saudi Arabia.
There you go, Saudi Arabia.
They're the ones putting on all the big fights.
100 men versus one gorilla,
I guarantee
and then the world gets to bet on it.
I guarantee you that the people in Saudi Arabia that put on all these boxing fights and all these stuff that's going down have looked into it.
There's got to be some rich person.
Yeah.
If it doesn't happen and it's not televised, it's underground.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
All these billionaires getting together. I would like to see that.
Yeah. The next Illuminati event, it's going to be, oh, man, you guys remember this thing? Well, we brought it to real life. It's a gorilla enters. It's 100 dudes, and they're just wearing, like, some kind of, I don't know, what kind of gear they be wearing.
All right. So this woman is upset.
Okay.
Because you know how men don't want to pay for dates and stuff like that.
They definitely have pushed back against it.
They are pushing back. They're pushing back from tipping and paying for dates.
Yep.
I got some insane audio how much this woman wants you to spend on a date.
Okay.
This is when
I believe it.
I took my wife to California Pizza Kitchen.
First date?
You don't know how it's going to go?
No, absolutely.
I dropped $30.
It's badass.
That's it.
Yeah, we're it's funny. It's so funny how we do first dates now as dudes. We're not going to like the fancy stuff is like when you've been dating.
Yeah.
And now you're like, oh, we're a
yeah,
couple.
all right, we're going to go to
yeah.
a nice steak place because we're together. We're exclusive.
Yeah. No, I hear you.
You're not getting nailed by anybody else.
Right. My first day with my wife was probably drive-through in a car because she was my side chick.
Side chick, yeah. So side chicks get drive-through a lot.
I couldn't be seen in public with her.
Side chicks get a lot of drive-through.
Yeah.
And that's fine.
I mean, I would have took her somewhere, but
They call it the side chick picnic because you'll go through a drive-through because you don't want to be spotted, and then you go park somewhere. You have your little picnic, your side chick picnic. That's what they call it. I've seen that all over the internet.
No, it's a thing.
Or I just made it up.
No, it's a thing. I don't know if they called it a side chick picnic.
Okay, maybe I just made that part up.
Yeah, that part, it's a good name.
It sounds romantic, right?
Even though I don't think side chicks are like a thing anymore.
Let's have a little side chick picnic.
I think that era is dead.
Check this out. This dude got ridiculed because he used his mom's credit card on a first date.
I love it.
So at the end of the date,
don't be mad. Don't be jealous.
Oh,
just because he's got a good relationship with his mommy.
This lady was so mad that she wouldn't go on a second date with him because he used his mom's credit card on the first date.
I mean, I get it. I get why that would be kind of a turnoff, and it'd be kind of a red flag. I'm just looking at it from my point of view, like, oh, man, that would have been awesome. Right? If you're about to go on a date and your mommy's like, here's my credit card.
Take my credit card. She seems like a nice gal.
Thank you, Mommy.
Thanks, Mom.
Like,
remember,
this lady's just jealous.
Mom gives you a condom and a credit card.
Yes.
Says, all right, now be responsible.
There's moms out there like that, Billy.
I believe it.
There are.
You will not believe what kind of cheese people used to eat. What? Plus, we got $1,000 coming up.
back to the Billy Madison Show. 1-855-FU-BILLY. 1-855-FU-BILLY.
Get back. What's up? $1,000 in about 12 and a half minutes.
Hell yeah.
Yesterday, me, Derek, and Chris went to our phone line sponsor, our hotline,
Yep.
Pick and Pull.
Oh, man, that was awesome.
It was like something out of Transformers.
It was so cool. I got to see cars getting crushed, made into cubes.
Did you ever have Tonka trucks?
Yeah.
Okay.
Of course.
So you thought you were a cool dude playing with your Tonka trucks.
Right.
Now, they used to make them metal, I guess, but the ones that you get were plastic now or something.
Mhm.
It's real. It's a shame.
Yep.
But man, it was like you were living a Tonka truck dream.
Their operation is just like, it is so cool. And the
How
amount
they
of
could
cars
smash
could-
a car.
Yes.
I never felt more unsafe in a car than I did when I left there yesterday.
I could have
Seeing-
sat there all day watching that guy, strip these cars. And the way he operates, it's probably not an
He was-
excavator. It's probably
I
something
don't know what
else.
it is, Derek, but he was a surgeon.
He was a surgeon. This dude's like, he's ripping the engine out of the car.
Like it's nothing.
Right, like it's nothing, setting it to the side, and then like ripping all these other parts out with the excavator, and then dropping the car in, boom, it getting crushed, made into a cube. I could have sat there all day and watched that.
That was pretty
It was
cool.
badass.
That was like man stuff. You left there. I wasn't dressed as a man yesterday. I mean, I wasn't dressed as a woman either,
Yeah.
but I was dressed for church.
No, it was, yeah, that was
Not
definitely.
that you're not a man when you go to, you know what I'm saying.
I hear you.
You guys were all in your cowboy boots.
Oh, absolutely.
Out there ready to kick
Those
stuff.
are my people. That's where I live.
But I'm there, and I'm like wearing clothes for church.
Mm-hmm.
And we're out there, and it's just all these, destroyed cars.
Yeah.
I mean, 40 acres of just destroyed cars and stuff. All these auto parts. It was pretty badass.
No, in the way and how organized it is.
I
love
just wish
that.
I was dressed better for it. You know what I mean? I
Well,
wish
we
I
gotta
had
go. I told him when Nard gets out, we're going back.
I wish
so.
I had my boots on, maybe a hat.
Mm-hmm.
That would have been badass.
No, yeah. So Pick and Pull, shout out to them.
For
If you need a
inviting us
part,
out there.
if you need a part, you better go to Pick and Pull.
Yeah.
You better tell them I heard it on Billy Mass show.
Whether it's for your engine or you need a door
Whatever you need from a car.
panel, a door handle,
Yes,
whatever.
Pick and Pull.
So, the oldest known English book on cheese,
Mm-hmm.
this is kind of gross, but did you know that they used to make dog cheese?
No, I did not, Billy. From the milk, I guess that's how you make it, right?
Yeah.
So they would milk a dog.
Yes.
That's the most disgusting thing I've ever heard.
Yeah, and they would make dog cheese.
But I guess that makes sense, though.
But they're like, hey, camel cheese is cool.
Because you got to think like dogs.
They tried it. They're like, all right, let me milk this dog. Let
Yeah.
me milk Fido. And it didn't taste very good.
I imagine it
And
didn't.
so they put it in the oldest book of cheese, and they're like, hey, don't milk a dog because it doesn't taste good.
We tried it, in case you were wondering. It's terrible. But, I guess that's just how, because people eat, like, goat cheese and stuff like that, but you got to think, like, back then, that's probably how they looked at dogs. They probably looked at dogs like goats.
Well, imagine this. So let's say you didn't get on the tap, right? Let's say you didn't first latch and all that stuff.
Uh-huh.
Then they would just give you milk, whatever animal they could go, they would give it to the kid. So if it was dog milk,
Really?
there were babies back then that were drinking dog milk.
No way.
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Yeah, according to the unknown author, dog's milk, doth is what it's called, caused a woman to be delivered of her child before the time.
Mm.
So they believed that
If
you would have a
if you
premature baby if
Okay.
you drank dog milk.
Got it. So you'd have to stay away from that stuff.
Yeah.
Sounds like alcohol.
Man, Nard's lucky he's not here because we would have milk from different animals and
Yeah.
we would let him tell us what animal it was.
You mean Nard's unlucky he's not here because he would love that.
Oh, that's true. He
That's
would.
where he excels.
He's probably had dog milk.
He's 100% had dog milk.
And
He probably milked the dog himself.
yeah,
His family grew up rough, man.
they did.
Like they didn't have electricity until like 99 or something.
And they dug their own well.
Yeah. No, it was they used to drink lake water.
People joke, but when we met Nard, he was barefoot.
He was. We got him his first pair of shoes.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
That's why if you never see him now barefooted because his feet are like, you know how it is, like when you never wear shoes, they kind of, I mean, your feet become shoes, you know?
Yeah, like a
Like they become
Flintstone.
like rough and, hairy. That's how Nards were and still are. He
Well,
just now he wears shoes.
I give him like 4 or 5 pairs of shoes.
Mm-hmm.
He's still wearing them. Hey,
Yep.
man, you should have seen him the day he got a pair of shoes. He's like, "Thank you, man."
Oh my God, dude, he was the happiest boy to ever live. He picked up his, his belt bag and took off.
He did. This woman got like 50 grand
Mm-hmm.
compensation after she was compared to Darth Vader.
Well, okay. So she
Comparing
got
someone-
insulted and then got paid 50 grand for
Well,
it?
someone at work compared her to the Star Wars villain Darth Vader.
Yeah.
That it was so insulting, so upsetting that she is now $50,000 richer.
Wow. That must be nice to be able to get insulted and then get 50K for it.
Darth Vader is a legendary villain of the Star Wars series.
Hmm.
And I guess this woman, a lot of people at the work were calling her Darth Vader.
Mm. Oh, yeah. You got to be careful at the workplace. Because nowadays, man, they hand out checks. You used to get harassed all the time. You couldn't get a damn thing out of companies.
Nothing.
But now it's like, oh, my God, if they make any kind of comment to you.
Oh, man, you can get paid because your feelings got hurt.
Because you don't get. So, so I don't know if you saw this video yesterday that was kind of going viral. It was at a pretty well-known national gym. And the guy was like kicking people out of the gym almost an hour early because
Oh, I saw that. That video's been out for a little bit, but
Has it?
he was yelling at the guy, and he's like, "This is my gym," and he's
Yeah.
like, "You don't own this gym." Yeah, that's been out for a while. It's just getting traction.
and they're like, well, the gym doesn't close till 10 and it's like 9 o'clock. And he's like, yeah, but I got to clean the gym, dumbass.
Yeah, he was yelling
And it
at
was
the
like-
customer.
And the guy was like, basically the guy was like, the manager, the guy that was yelling at the customer was like, I don't care. I'll take the write up. And I'm just thinking like, this guy knows that he's only going to get a write up. He's not going to get fired because like you can't fire people. Otherwise they sue you. That's what it is. Man, that'd be, oh my God. That's why this company always gets so damn scared. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Especially things they've been through. And I'm just thinking like, damn, they're lucky.
This British student stabbed to death by a roommate after a fight over a cat.
I mean, I don't know if cats are worth dying for, but
No.
like, I wonder what the fight, like one person probably hated cats, one loved them. I'm guessing.
Had to have
Or
been.
were they fighting because their lease was coming up and it's like,
Or-
who's going to take the cat?
Or if you don't change the litter box,
Well, yeah, I guess
that
there's
could make
several,
the
there's several
whole-
things you could fight
whole
about
place
with a cat.
stink.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when I was a kid,
Yeah.
I didn't really care about the litter box, right? You don't care.
No.
But as an adult, my cat, which I posted yesterday if you want to see it,
Oh, my God. Funniest picture.
she looks like Toothless, the dragon
Yeah.
from How to Train a Dragon.
Yes, she does.
And she's a big cat,
Big girl.
but damn, she takes human-sized dumps.
Yeah.
Her litter box, like she can.
That's the
I have
dog
to-
food.
I have to clean. If she takes 3 craps in there, I have to clean it.
Only 3?
Yeah.
Oh, litter box. I mean, it's supposed to hold like 10
and
turds.
she doesn't
no?
even bury hers. She's so lazy. She's
She
so
just craps
entitled.
and walks out.
That's what she
That's
does.
crazy.
She doesn't even bury it.
I've
She's
never
like,
seen a
I'm
cat
not
do
doing that.
That's wild.
All right, $1,000 next.
1-855-FU-BILLY. Back to the Billy Madison Show.
What's up? Billy Madison Show. In 2 hours, we're going to give you a shot at $1,000 again. World Oddity Expo tickets later on in the program with big dummy trivia.
Awesome.
Let's welcome Dr. J to the program. What's up, Doc?
What's up? What's up?
What's up? We got Freddie live in studio, your
He made
finance
it.
dude. You know, Mother's Day's coming up this weekend. He made it. He said Mackenzie's on her way, but she might not make it.
No, dude, she didn't make it. And you know, I called him like 8 minutes ago, and he was still at his house and toward that.
Well, he said he went to the, Breaking Benjamin concert last night.
Yeah, he
with
looks
Stain.
exhausted.
Yeah, you got to give him the day off.
Yeah.
No, don't be a wimp.
Nah, he's got to have that day off.
Dr. J runs a tight ship.
He's fried.
Yeah, yeah.
Come on,
Yeah,
Doc.
we don't do that. We
Give
don't
him
do
the
that.
day off. He is
Yeah.
fried.
Come on, it's Mother's Day this week, and he deserves it.
He does.
Mm.
Speaking of Mother's Day, you guys always have great financing, of course, but what does Mom want for Mother's Day?
I think
A set of
moms
boobies,
now,
right? Maybe a breast
they
lift,
want,
a couple of gals, gal
this
pals,
mom
some
here-
big old boobies.
Yeah. The moms today, they want today's surgeries. They want breast reduction, lipo of the abdomen, then they want a brachioaxillary-plasty.
What's
And
that? What's the brachioaxillary?
Axillary.
Okay.
So, oh
Oh,
boy,
stuff.
here we go. Yeah. So they want their arms lifted and their bat wings under their arms taken care of. So it's
Okay.
kind of long incision. Yeah.
Dude,
Bat
that's
wing.
I don't want to get those. Not that I'm a woman, but I don't want to get those. So that's why I do all tricep exercises. I don't even think I work any other part of my body.
I mean, Derek, look at him, man. He's like he's like genetically gifted too. We've all said that.
Not at all, Doc. It's
No,
all
yeah,
you,
he's-
brother.
Yeah, he's
It's those
swole,
lasers
brother.
you do. It's those lasers.
He does. He's looking good though, Doc. He's looking so
I'm
young.
sleepy like Freddie, though.
He's
I'll
looking
be
young
honest.
and handsome.
I need to get back in there, Doc. I'm melting. I'm starting to look like John Cena's face.
Yeah,
Just
but he
melting
also
off.
uses sunscreen.
I
He
do
uses
that.
The V sunscreen.
Yeah, I got, Freddie always hooks me up with sunscreen lotion, so it's
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, that was
Yeah,
one
Freddie's
one
man.
big thing I've learned from Dr. J and his crew is how important sunscreen actually is.
Yeah, it is.
Oh,
Like
man.
sunscreen is like apparently everything.
It'll keep him young like a vampire.
Yeah.
Right. That's what I'm starting to look. I'm getting real pale like a vampire.
Yeah, you should be.
Yeah, I am.
Good skin. You're good.
Well,
You're good.
so Doc, Mother's Day swiftly approaching. You're saying, but how does a guy, does he just contact you guys and say, hey, honey, you pick out the surgery that you want to get? So can he do like a gift? You know what I mean? Like
Yeah, they can, but what you also see is a lot of
could he surprise his woman with a consultation?
they don't surprise them. They just bring them, and sometimes they're like, "What are we doing here?"
Yeah, that's cool.
What are we doing here?
Yes.
For sure.
What are we doing here?
Daddy's getting a set of boobies.
Wow.
Well, you know something? I mean, is Mackenzie finally? Is that
Yeah,
her?
she's
Yeah,
here.
yeah, she's here.
Hi, Fashionably late, like always.
Fashionably late. That's all right. Mackenzie, do the guys, I mean, we see all kinds. We see like women who keep looking at the guys for approval during a consult, and then we see guys who are like, I don't know. Right, Mackenzie, yesterday we saw a few. They're like, I don't know what you want. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Most people do look for like their spouses for approval or like what do they think, but in the end it's their body. So most men don't know what. They're just happy for you to get whatever you want to make you happy.
I'm sorry, Freddie's mic just fell apart.
Yeah, Freddie-
He's
Freddie's
great.
hammered.
He's
Come on,
hammered.
come on.
The mic
Freddie's
just
in here
fell
breaking
off.
stuff, dog.
It went crazy.
Yeah. No, it's
Is it Breaking Freddie concert?
It was.
Benjamin?
Hey, I got it. So you got Spa Black as well. So
Mhm.
it's a perfect time to get like some sort of gift card, gift certificate to the spa to give, that mom in your life an awesome Dr. Genevieve Spa Black, experience where you could
Yeah.
get, a facial done. You could get a laser done. Whatever. There's all sorts of stuff. What are some of the stuff at the spa? Let's say it's like, all right, I can't get the surgery. I can't get the surgery, But
We have several different things. I mean, one of the big things right now going on for summer is we got it's a Balancer Pro. It cleans the lymphatic system. Get off that excess body weight as well. Go get about 6 or 8 sessions. We got several different promotions going on right now. And don't forget, we have one Saturday a month for Spa Black that we're there. We're open, so we're going on Saturdays one day a month for you people that can't make it during the week for any reason. We got a bunch of practitioners there as well.
Oh, that's cool. So they could drop by Spa Black. You know, let's say you're like, damn, I forgot it's Mother's Day this weekend. I'm an idiot. So this is the perfect thing. Go in there and get them a nice spa package.
Or they can go on our app too, Billy. We have our Spa Black app. And
so they don't even have to go in. They can go right on the app and then purchase it.
Yeah.
How convenient.
One of the things that I was looking at yesterday that everybody was asking me, and I think I helped out this lady. She was like, well, what are y'all doing for Mother's Day? You doing any type of special things, promotions? And the husband was like, well, I hope they're doing something.
I hope they're doing something.
The price
Otherwise, I don't know what I'm going to do.
Yeah.
So we go to take care of everything. I know I was talking to Mackenzie a little bit yesterday afternoon. I think what I'm going to do for the next 10 callers that call in.
Here we go.
Next 10 callers that call in to our main number, it's 210-270-8595.
Mm-hmm.
I think we're going to go ahead and do 50% off any surgery for the next 10 callers.
50% off a surgery. So if they schedule a surgery.
Schedule surgery, get it paid for today, get everything taken care of, you'll get 50% off the next 10 callers that hear this.
And you can have some bum ass credit too and still get this all secured.
Yes.
Still get approved.
And if that line is busy, call 726-240-6800.
Damn, we got to have to post this.
Yeah, is there like a drgenevieve.com or
There's
anything?
a drgenevievePlasticSurgery.com.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So the next 10 callers, that's really important because 50% off of a Super Mommy makeover is insane. That means you can get your butt, your boobs, tummy tuck all done for about under 20 grand.
Are you serious?
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Damn.
$40,000 surgery.
No, don't call us.
Well, you can.
I guess you can.
You can call
Aaron,
and
if
get
you
that
could
number.
give them the other number, then yeah, that works.
But if they got a good question. So breast augmentation right now would be 50% off for the first 10 people.
Yes. Breast
Dude,
augmentation.
for Mother's Day?
Yes, for Mother's
so
Day.
Let's say the breast augmentation would be $10,000. Right now it'd be $5,000.
Yes, correct.
For both boobs?
Yep.
This isn't just get one boob?
No, you're not buy one, get one free, but we might as well do it the price I'm knocking down so low.
50%.
Yeah.
That's
Dr. J must
crazy.
love moms.
We do. We
And
do.
also, there's the BBL, the fat transfer that we do. You can get a BBL done right now for
half off?
Yeah, half off. So
but
that's
only the first 10.
the first 10, $9,500.
Gotta
Wow.
be fast.
Got to be fast. The first 10 callers.
All right, last time we did this, it went like immediately.
Yes.
Let me go to Stephanie.
Yeah, half off usually goes fast.
What's up, Stephanie?
Hey there, I was calling. I had a augmentation in 2019. How long do I need to, or how long? Oh my God!
Are we going bigger? Is
I
that
don't know.
what
Let me
we're
take a
doing?
look.
Are we gonna go bigger?
Well, when should I start coming in, or when should I start thinking about looking at
Like, do they need oil changes at all? I mean,
type thing?
Great
Yes,
question.
thank you.
right? Does she need to get them looked at, oil
So-
change, fill them back? I mean, what do you do?
Typically, your warranty ends within 10 years, but if there's no problem, you're not trying to go bigger or smaller, I'd leave them in, but we're always here to help. It just depends on what your goal
Come on,
is.
Mackenzie's being a little nice here.
Yeah, what's the
every,
goal?
Every 10 years, we need to get them changed out, get you
Yeah.
looked at, make sure everything's good.
Let me. I want to know what
But
Stephanie.
you
get
should
checked
be
out.
getting MRIs to make sure everything's good,
Sure,
getting your mammograms, but 10 years, kind of
Stephanie.
the max to come in.
Stephanie. So
Okay.
let me ask you, what is our goal? You know, me, you, and Derek's goal here with those boobs.
Bigger.
I mean, I probably would go a little bit bigger, but not much.
Yep.
So then
Okay.
maybe
Yeah,
you
we hear it
should
all the
call our
time.
office for
Yeah.
the 50% off.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I-
right
I-
now,
I think that's your sign right there. Yeah.
Well, honestly, I was calling in for the 50% off, but I didn't catch to call the office. So I
Okay.
was like, well,
Can
while
we
I'm on
give
the
her
phone.
the number?
Let me give you the hotline right now. It's 726-240-6800. That's 726-240-6800.
Good.
And real quick, I just got an update. So I got 4 people already who have called in. So make sure you're one of the first 10 people that call in to take advantage of that 50%
Well,
off.
can we lock down Stephanie since she called this number?
For
Can we
you,
make it?
for you,
Yes,
anything,
Stephanie,
Bill. We'll
we
do that
will.
for you.
So if we can lock you down,
Aw, thank you.
I mean that's a great deal. Hey, do you have like a dude that's gonna pay for this or something, or do you have to pay for this
God,
yourself
no.
for Mother's Day?
No, it's. I'm a single lady.
Independent
me.
woman, I
I'm
like
a
it.
single mom.
Yeah, single
I
mom.
also have an
That's
accounting
dangerous.
firm. If anybody needs any books, I'm just saying.
Oh yeah, she's got an accounting firm, so she
A
knows
woman that
money.
can call in and pay for her own boobs. Watch out.
Watch out for that.
Watch out. She's
Well,
wreaking
hang
havoc.
on the line, Stephanie. I'm going to put you on hold so we can for sure get that number for you.
Yep.
We'll make sure that Goof has the number and he can give it to you. All right, badass. That's nice, Doc.
Yeah.
Doc's always a nice
mean,
guy.
I
Well, I don't
was
know if
gonna
this is
tell Derek
Doc
to
or
take
Freddie
that-
running this, but you know what
It's
I mean.
Freddie.
You know what?
It's Freddie. Okay, Freddie's a great guy then.
I told Derek
Doc
to
has
take the
to
mic
approve it,
away.
though.
I got you.
Yeah, take the mic
Hurry
away with
up.
50% off 10 people.
Yeah,
That means you're
yeah.
losing a lot of money.
Yeah, take the mic away from Freddie. I think he's still at the concert last night.
But think, if you're a dude right now and your woman has always bugged you about getting boobies or a bud or
I mean, I can't think of a better
liposuction,
Mother's Day gift than
and you can get
Right.
it for 50%
That's
off.
amazing.
Yeah.
That'd be
Awesome.
dope.
Now's the time
All
to
right.
get it. Now's
Yeah.
the time to get it. And with the financing we offer, and we also do layaways, Bill. You forgot about that. We do
Wow.
layaways. Yeah.
I didn't know anybody did
Yeah.
layaway still.
That's pretty cool too. But if we can get
Yeah.
you locked down to get one of these surgeries,
Yeah.
maybe it's rhinoplasty. Maybe that's something that you want. Doc, are there any?
Yeah.
What are the top 5 most popular surgeries right now?
Right boob, left
So
boob.
the breast dog, lipo, tummy tuck, excuse me, rhinoplasty, and your lids, your upper eyelids,
Okay.
or your lower eyelids.
All right. Those are
Top
the
5 in the
top
world.
5 in the world. Those are the biggest surgeries.
Yeah.
And right now,
Yeah.
every single one of those surgeries, if somebody calls in, the first 10
Yep.
people, that's 50% off.
Only 10, looks like.
So you can get your eyelids done for 50% off. You can get
Yeah.
liposuction done for 50% off. Boobies, butt
Yeah.
cheeks, you can get it all 50% off.
Yep. Yes.
Okay.
You can get it all done. That's
Yep.
important. Again, that
All
number is we have 2 different numbers. You can call 210-270-8595. It's 21.
You all right, Frank?
Yeah, he was hammered
Yeah,
last
yeah,
night.
he
This
guys-
dude partied
oh
his
my
ass
Somebody's gonna
off.
have to drive him to work.
He was at Breaking Benjamin and Stain
Right.
last night.
Guys,
He
come
came
on.
in.
I'm
was a
here.
mess.
I'm here because we had to think about the mothers. Everybody's got to
That's
do
right.
something
No,
for
yeah,
them.
that was nice of you, Freddie.
We have to do something for them. I know Dr. Jetty's probably going to kill me when I come in the office today, but we always got to think
If
about
you
the
make
moms.
it.
Yeah, if I make it. But Mackenzie's one of those lovely coordinators that ends up taking care of you, and she answers all your questions and everything.
Oh,
you
good.
Need. So
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Jared's got a question. What's
She
up,
does.
Jared?
She doesn't look half as tired.
I'm energized.
Right.
I just got a
my
text
son-
from my buddy.
Yeah.
He wants to put his woman down for 50% off.
Put her down.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Like put her name down.
Oh.
Put her name in the hat for the 50%.
nice.
All right. We'll see what we can do.
Okay, cool.
Yep.
Jared, you got a question for Doc?
Yeah, I've broken my nose about 5 times, and now I look like
Damn.
Pinocchio. Is there any way to fix that?
Doc's really
you
good
get him a
at that.
steel nose?
Yeah, I mean, it's called a rhinoplasty, septoplasty. I do it all the time. It's
5
not terribly
times.
difficult.
Yeah, I mean, Doc is he's a genius at this. So if you're thinking about it, it's 50% off.
Like what? How you bring it 5? Are you in the X Games? Like how the hell do you bring it 5 times?
Your girl not like you?
Football,
Oh, okay.
high school, got fights. I mean, just one thing after another.
Jeez.
Well, obviously, you got to be out of those situations, right? You're kind of done with all that lifestyle. You can't get it if you're keep on getting in fights. You know what I mean?
You don't want to spend all that money, even though it's 50% off right now. You don't want to spend all that money, get it looking good, and then you
Yeah.
just get socked in the nose again.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
You got to stay away from toxic women.
Right.
Yeah.
Is that why Nar's not here this morning, huh?
No, he's still in the hospital.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
still dealing with that pancreas stuff.
Right.
Yeah. He told me yesterday, he's like, can you bring me mashed potatoes?
Oh yeah. No, he's like a 95-year-old woman now.
Yes.
Goodness,
silly.
Goodness.
Yeah, he's still in the hospital.
Yeah,
with
we
that
only got a
pancreas.
few days left with him.
I don't know. Can Nard get a surgery for 50% off right now? Maybe a new pancreas?
I think Nard's got a little bit more to worry about than boobs and butt lift.
That's right.
He needs to
We're
get
gonna
better,
need
man.
hospice.
He does. No, he doesn't need hospice. That's so dumb. All right, what's the number again?
The number is 210-270-8595. We got a
All
couple
right.
of spots left. There's 10 spots left, guys. Remember, we have financing, low down payments, credit scores not a problem. We have
Yep.
layaway if we need to, but we got 10 spots. Those 10 spots, once they're gone, thank Billy because all the mothers out there. That's why we're doing this today.
I got people texting me wanting to get in on the deal and everything. So
Oh, shucks.
awesome. Dr. J, you're the best.
Thank you,
Freddie,
guys.
Have fun with that,
Mackenzie,
Dr.
thank
J.
you guys so much
Thank
for
you.
hanging out. Happy Mother's Day. Hopefully somebody got a surgery.
Thank you for joining us, Freddie.
Yeah,
You're welcome, guys, as always.
He also broke your mic, so
that's okay.
Broke our mic too.
He did. He just went crazy in here.
Holding it.
That's awesome. This is Party Freddy in here. All right, quick break. 1-855-FU Billy. We'll be right back.
back to the Billy Madison Show.
What's up, Billy Madison Show? And let's see. I got to talk about bachelor and bachelorette parties. Give me a moment, and we'll talk about that, how this woman is upset because none of her friends want to participate in the bachelorette party. All her friends are like, yeah, we're not going to do that.
That's just not something you see every day where all the friends are like, yeah, no, because, again, this is the bride-to-be wants her bachelorette party.
She wants her dirty day.
Yeah, and the girls, her friends, are supposed to throw it for her, and they're like, no, we're not going to do that.
We're not doing that at all.
Times have just changed.
They have. So I don't know who this lady is. She's 38 years old.
Okay.
Let me see what she does. Her name is Joy.
38
and
years
she
old, named
continues
Joy.
to reveal some shocking details about her dating life.
Oh, you're
months
talking about Joy
after-
Taylor?
Yeah.
Yeah. She's the sports girl that has gigantic boobs.
Well, did you know that she made a wild confession that she needs sex every single day?
Yeah, she's awesome.
So she has to have it every single day.
I mean, yeah, she also said that she didn't want a guy that is into God.
Are you serious?
I swear to God. Yeah, that's what she
Wow,
said.
that's a wild thing to say.
Yeah. No,
She was in this appearance on the Truth After Dark show,
Mm-hmm.
and she talks about how she has to have it every single day.
Yeah. Again, Joy Taylor. She was, her brother was like that bald dude on the Dolphins.
Yeah, no, I know exactly. Jason Taylor.
Jason Taylor, yeah. That's her brother.
Well, she says the younger guys are very aggressive, don't care how old she is.
Mm-mm.
So they want that action. But yeah,
and she looks great.
She needs to have it every day.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if she means it or not, but it's hot to think about.
Yeah, she added that another non-negotiable in her dating life is about religion. She doesn't want a religious guy.
Yeah. I've just never heard anyone say that before. You know?
And then she made a confession about her sex drive.
Mm-hmm.
She says that, she has to have it every day. Every year I get older, I'm like, what am I going to do? I have to have sex every single day.
Yeah. No, that's badass. I mean, good for her. She's going to have no problem getting that.
I wonder if there are any women listening right now that have to have it every day. I know we'll get calls from dudes, but man, I got to have it every day.
Yeah, well, I mean,
I got to crack one out every damn
right.
day.
People have definitely, it's almost like they've definitely kind of switched roles, you know?
Where are the
you
ladies
see more
that
guys
need it?
nowadays that are like, I don't need it every day. And you're
Oh,
seeing
there's-
more girls that are like, I need it every day.
So many dudes that are like,
My
I don't
tummy
remember
hurts.
Nard.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got tummy hurts dudes.
Yeah.
I'm in the same camp. I don't want it every day,
Nard's like, nah, I don't want to do that every day.
right?
That would be terrible.
You know, not to brag, but my chick has definitely been like, I've been putting in some work lately, you know, and like a young man. And so she's been kind of coming after me for it. And
Right.
she's been getting pretty pissed because I take days off. You know?
You got to have that Bill Belichick wiener. No
But
days
here's the
off.
thing is, if I don't take days off, I can't perform every day. I just can't. I'm not that guy.
Well, you got to change it up. You got to give her the quickie,
Yeah.
right? Maybe bring in a toy.
Yeah, but she doesn't like the quickie.
Oh, she needs the whole thing.
Yeah. I mean, she does, like, if, whatever, like, she's a great wife as far as, like, when it comes to that. You know, I have no complaints there. Everywhere else in our marriage, I complain about everything. About
Right.
her.
You got problems
I
in
got
every other
issues
area.
everywhere.
But
But
that
there,
area,
I have no, like, if I need it or if I want it, like, she is available and, you know, great wife. But, you know, she's more needy about it than I am.
damn.
And I'm just kind of like, chill out. She's
Yeah.
also younger than I am, so
This woman wants it every single day.
that's a lot.
Pisses her off when she can't have it every day. Maybe, let me see what the chat is saying. Looks a little dark. I
Like,
think-
as a guy, like, I'm a guy in my mid-30s, and I can't do it every day. What does it have to do with? Probably my diet.
Could.
Not gonna lie.
You don't exercise.
I don't exercise. I'm not a workout guy. I feel like I have lots of testosterone. I do, but I'm not horny every day.
This, I don't know if this is a dude or a woman. They say they're 52 and they can and want it every single day.
Yeah. That's impressive. 52?
The lizard lady says every day is fire.
I'm just surprised by the amount of women, though, that are nowadays like, I want it every day.
Always be clapping the cheeks.
And again, if you're a lady who is like, I want it every day, give us a call on the Pick and Pull hotline, 1-855-FU-BILLY.
Derek can't bleep every day.
I can't.
And he takes Blue Chew. What's the problem?
Well, I don't want to take Blue Chew every day.
This person says, I'm in my 30s. I'm Derek's age, and I can go every day.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely do not speak for all guys.
What man can't go every day?
I could, but I think that I only hurt myself.
Don't say it out loud, Derek.
Because what I'm saying is, like, if I take days off, right? When I do, like, let's say if I could take 2 days off in between rounds, I'm ready to roll in a much, stronger way. If
How
you
come
know what
your
I'm saying.
turnaround time isn't faster?
It's got to be probably my arteries.
Arteries, maybe the weed.
I hate when you blame weed for everything.
I'm just saying, the funny business could be
definitely
causing
the
you.
greasy
The funny
foods.
business.
Yeah, all that funny business you smoke.
It's the $30 of McDonald's that I just ordered.
I mean, that'll do it. That'll slow your.
But it's so delicious.
I know, but your sperm's
What am
gotta
I
just
supposed
be,
to
like,
do?
So tired.
I mean, I think I've just proved that it's not. I just had a kid.
Yeah, well, you can still have a kid.
Not if my sperm's all tired.
It's sleepy.
Sleepy.
And this
sperm.
kid is like,
So
Yeah.
adorable. I saw photos yesterday,
Yeah.
Derek. You have the cutest kid.
she's got a motor too.
Oh, let me go to Kylie. What's up, Kylie?
Hey, what's up, guys? So I'm 34, and for the last since I've been sexually active, I've always wanted it every day. And
Every day.
every guy I've dated has been they don't want to do
They
it every
poop
day.
out,
I'm
huh?
having to beg them. Yes,
Really? You got to beg the dude
That's
to do
hot.
it every day?
Mm-hmm.
every day. And I'm like, hey, like you want to go mess around? And they're like, why'd you say it like that? Like these guys I don't know what's going on with men these
That's
days.
funny.
Yeah, we
Men are
switch
turning
roles.
into women.
I'm
and
telling
women,
you, we are.
Women are turning into men.
There's no denying it.
Can't.
But-
Look, when old people get old, the
Mhm.
grandpa starts looking like a grandma, and
Yep.
the grandma starts looking like a grandpa.
Facts.
It's hard to tell the difference
It's
when they
facts.
get old, right?
I encourage my boyfriend to go to get testosterone at Synergen X, and it's changed everything though. So hallelujah.
Okay, so now he's
Shut up.
Yeah, appreciate it. Let's see here. I got to talk about these bachelor.
Don't you think that there's stuff that you shouldn't, there's nothing in the world that you should do every day
Yeah.
outside of eating or drinking?
If you want to bang every day, go to Game Day Men's Health.
Okay.
They got stuff that'll help you out. Because there's a problem if you're in your 30s.
No, there's not.
And you can't
No, there's
crack
not.
one out every single day.
There's no problem.
There's a problem.
There's not.
There's a problem.
There's no
if
issue.
you don't have the urge.
There is no issue there at all.
Yeah.
It is good that I
Could be
take
sad.
days
Might
off.
be sad boy.
I'm
Get
not.
that looked at.
It's just like if you do something every single day, it gets burnt out. No matter what it is. If it's video games, you don't do it every single day because then you burn the game out.
If a video game was bleeping the bleep, I would do it every day.
Oh my God, no way. You shouldn't do it every day. Doing anything every day is so unhealthy.
Okay.
It's so unhealthy.
Really? Exercising every day is good.
No.
Yeah.
You got to take days. Even then, you need rest days.
No, those are cardio days.
No, come on. Stop it.
You stop it.
Doing sex every day, just
Yeah.
like, that's not good.
That's what everybody says.
With
You need to do it every
with
day.
the same woman
Yeah.
every day.
Yeah.
No way. How are you going to have like a marriage that lasts?
Crispy Taco says, yes, I do, Derek, every day.
That's crazy. I just think there's no way I would be able to stay with a person. Like, my goal in this marriage that I'm in now is for it to be my last marriage, for me to be,
Yeah, so you don't want to wear it
I
out.
don't want to wear it out. Yeah.
Well-
I don't want to get bored with it. I don't want to, I think we have a healthy, active sex life that is not every day. And I have no desire for it to be every day.
This person says every day.
No.
Majority of people, I'll say on our chat, say they would rather do it every day. Chris, if
I
you're,
get it. If we lived in the time before electricity.
if your woman was up for it to give it to you every day, Chris, would you take it?
Yeah. I believe I would.
I believe you would too. I
Yeah.
believe you're a horny man. You're the horniest dude I've ever met.
Yeah, it's weird.
You shouldn't let him say that.
Why?
Why?
It's just not a compliment.
I take it as a compliment.
You
Yeah, he
shouldn't.
is.
I don't think it's meant
He
as
is
a
the
compliment.
horniest man I ever met.
It's like another way of calling you a pervert.
I'm okay with that.
It's
too.
yeah, he doesn't care.
You should never be okay with being called a pervert.
Speaking of perverts, bachelorette parties.
Yeah.
This woman is in tatters because none of her friends plan to do a bachelorette party because they think that it's outdated and they don't want to have male strippers and do all that kind of stuff. They think that's gross. And so her friends are like, no, we'll throw you like a nice, sweet little get together.
Yeah.
You know, have a dinner or something.
Right. We'll go do a painting with a twist.
But she wants the penis straws. You know what I mean? She wants to go
She
on
wants an old school, dirty ass
scavenger
bachelorette
hunt,
party. She
right?
wants a slobber knocker.
Yeah, she wants to be able to get her
Slobber
dude's
knocker.
undies and
Yeah.
do all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, she wants to do the scavenger hunt where she got to get a Polaroid of random guys' wieners.
That's right.
I'll never forget that one that I saw where it was like on the scavenger hunt. It was like, get 3 Polaroids of random strangers' wieners. And it was like, what kind of bachelorette party is this? I left. I went home.
You were at the
No, I'm
bachelorette
kidding.
party?
I'm joking. I saw it online.
How many photos did you get?
I saw it online.
Derek's like, I got them all. Collect them all.
Mm.
Let me go to Kylie. I had brought this up earlier. You called in. We weren't ready for it.
Yeah.
What's your... You did or didn't get a bachelorette party?
Well, I left my ex-fiance because he didn't want to do like separate bachelorette parties.
Sure, because a lot of couples are doing the together ones.
Yeah, so I wanted like one day to cut loose and have fun, like do some bad things. And he wanted us to have a co-ed party. And that would have been lame. Like, I wanted your typical...
Yeah, I mean, you guys are just not made for each other.
Well, I mean, just because they're different on this one thing.
Yeah.
Do you think this one thing is such a major thing that they're not meant to be together?
I think it is. I'm going to tell you why. Because their morals don't match. He wants to have a together party where it's like dinner and maybe guys go
he
for a
just
show
wound a little tight
or something, and you want to go let loose. This is your last day of freedom. You probably want the male strippers. You want to go out there and dingle dangle.
Yeah, I wanted to get some male strippers, like stay in a hotel for the weekend, maybe Las Vegas, maybe a female stripper, like club hop and drink and party and like be a bad girl and then get ready to be a bride.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You see how that's a problem? I want to be a bad girl and then be a bride. You can be a bad girl with your dude, but you're not. He's
That's
not.
not really a bad girl. Then
He's not part of the festivities there.
you can't be a bad girl with your dude.
I know.
Like
I mean,
a bad
it's not like
girl
I'm-
is like something that you would do,
On your own.
Yeah, yeah.
That's just a weird request. I want to be a bad girl before I'm a bride.
Well, she's obviously probably been a bad girl, and she's like, let me just, I mean, people do look forward to these bachelorette parties. Like, some of them still do it old school. Some of them even still cheat at them.
It feels like cheating.
Well, it is, isn't it?
It is.
I'm surprised you have that take.
It is cheating, but people just kind of go, well, that's what you do before you get married.
If you
That's what you
have
do.
like an actual real wedding, see, that's the benefits of like getting married at the courthouse. You don't do bachelorette
don't have to have
parties
none of
when
this
that's
stuff.
going. Yeah, no,
Yeah.
You just have a dinner at the Sizzler.
It's funny,
Sizzler.
isn't it funny how it's like
Wherever.
the nice wedding that goes down at like the church? Those are the people that are getting married that have the craziest bachelorette parties. Like those people go all out sometimes.
So did you marry this guy or?
Well, I mean, no. I mean, it felt like if a man didn't want me to have my day and couldn't be supportive,
You
then I
guys
shouldn't
didn't get
marry him.
married?
So I broke it off. Yeah, I broke
Oh,
it
wow.
off.
Oh, my
and, like,
God.
couldn't be happier about it. Yeah, no.
What?
I mean, yeah, I couldn't be happier about it.
This became such a contentious issue that you guys ended up splitting and not even going through and getting married. That's crazy.
I mean, that's pretty smart on her part because they didn't align. There was going to be problems down the road.
You don't know that.
Oh,
Just by
yes.
that?
If they can't agree on this thing before they're even married, and they're so polar opposite, imagine they have any issues when they're married. Yeah, that was so smart.
I don't think you can judge that by that.
I can.
I think it's too little of info.
People are calling her trash. I don't think she's trash. I commend her
Yeah.
for not going through with this major commitment
Mm-hmm.
because
People are calling her trash because she was like the male stripper. So like,
Right.
she's like, yeah.
Well, but a lot of women want those. There are the women out there that like the male strippers. The
Trust
greased
me,
up,
the shows were
horny
packed
men.
out in Vegas. Not that I went. I'm just saying I stayed at the hotel.
And you guys get to get very handsy.
They do.
So
They get a different experience.
Yeah.
I don't. They get because a dude he gets to sit there. It's like watching a movie.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't get to touch anything, but you guys see it. It's a 4D movie that you
Yeah.
guys are watching.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Completely interactive.
You're getting hit with stuff. It's just,
Uh-huh.
You ever go to a 4D movie and they're squirting water on you?
Yes,
and
right.
The chair's
Yeah,
moving.
yeah.
Right? You're getting hit with stuff.
Yeah.
That's what a male stripper does to a woman.
It is. I've seen the videos.
Yeah.
They're
great.
very aggressive.
Yeah, have you seen the women that get the 4D experience?
Yeah, I have. And
Pretty
I'm just
crazy.
like, wow, these male strippers, it's insane.
I commend you though for not going through with it.
I mean, I think it's
Yeah.
really dumb that you guys split up over this.
Well, why spend all that money on a wedding and stuff like that if they can't agree on a bachelorette party?
That's true.
He's way more wholesome than she was, and she would get so bored
Or
with the
insecure.
wholesome guy.
He's insecure.
I don't think he's insecure. He wanted to do a together one.
Yeah, just don't do one. If it's got to be a together one, just don't do it. Because those are stupid.
This woman said she'd rather have a female stripper at her bachelorette party. I mean, you did bring that up that you maybe have a female stripper there, but
Yeah, that girl's a freak.
you will only marry a guy if he's going to let you have your big day, your bachelorette
Well, the problem
party.
is you're probably running out of time. You know, because you didn't get married here. Who knows when you're going to get married?
Well, you're right. Who knows when I'm going to get married? But if I get engaged again, I'll definitely have the talk with him. Like, I need a secure man that lets me have my bachelorette weekend, and isn't going to be insecure and ask a million questions. Like, just have fun for one weekend, and then we can get married.
So you didn't even, let's say he was like, all right, fine, go have your, if it's going to be that way. He wasn't allowed to ask you any questions as to what you did.
I think that's a rule. Like, you're not allowed to ask anything. Like, what happens on bachelorette parties? Yeah, it just stays at them.
Yeah, you get one free day. Like it's like a
Yeah, that's the
get
point,
out of
right?
jail free.
No, I got that. But you know what dudes for their bachelor parties, they just posted, it's like, I want to go dive into a shipwreck or go deep sea fishing, stuff like that.
Yeah, Top Golf.
Go
Top
shoot
golf.
guns.
You're saying that
If that's
guys
what they
are
want,
doing
they
more
can do
wholesome
it.
bachelor parties.
They're just
Oh, yeah.
duck
They're hanging
hunting
with
or
the
something.
boys.
Yeah, just hanging out with the dudes.
You
And
know what I
these-
saw last year? One guy had a bachelor party. You know what he did? He did their fantasy football draft.
See,
Yeah.
wholesome.
Like, what a nerd.
Well, thank you,
What an
Kylie.
absolute nerd.
Appreciate that.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I feel like bachelorette and bachelor parties are going away.
You've always been against them, too.
Well,
so,
I just
yeah.
think that people, so you can't even get people to participate in those parties.
No, you can't.
If another man is able to get close to your girl, she's the problem. Got the audio next.
to the Billy Madison Show. Billy Madison Show. 1-855-FU-BILLY. 1-855-FU-BILLY.
Oh, would you like $1,000? Got that coming up. A little over an hour. Also, the World Oddities Expo. Nobody's more upset to have to miss that than Nard. He was going to be in it.
Yeah.
But he's in the hospital. He was the main event. Unfortunately, he had to bail out, but still going to be a great time. That's May 17th. This is so true. Men who are good at sex don't tolerate bad behavior. I also think that men that have big ones don't get yelled at as much. It just doesn't happen. It's just not something that a woman does. I brought up when I'm at Disney.
Yeah.
Right? I just see a lot of dudes get yelled at. Tom, you're taking forever with the stroller. Jeez. You've had the kid for 9 months. You still can't mess with the stroller. Come on. They're just getting mad at him because he can't fix the stroller. But if he had a big penis, then his woman would be down there. Let me help you, Tom. Hold on, Tom. I got it. You just get up there. Why don't you hold the baby?
Yeah, she would just take over.
She would take over. She would be so accommodating.
Mm-hmm.
She'd be like, oh, don't worry about it, honey. Don't worry about it. I'll help you.
You just go sit on the bus with your big wiener.
Right? And or if let's say Tom doesn't even have a big one, but man, the motion in the ocean, right? He could really knock it out of the park.
He's a good lover.
He was taking care of business. Good lover, right?
Yeah.
He took her to that special place called Pound Town.
Mm-hmm.
She's down there helping him with the stroller. Right? She's gassing him up.
Yeah.
She's like, why don't you just carry the baby? I'll get the stroller.
Facts.
Yeah.
But I think you're absolutely right about that.
Yeah. I think this is so accurate.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to get to that on the way. I wanted to bring this up because there's this big debate, because, people cheat in marriages and stuff like that. It's real sad to see the demise of a marriage because somebody stepped out. But who do you lay the blame on? Do you remember earlier in the week, might have been on a Monday?
Yeah.
We took calls from people because there was, maybe it was last week, I don't know. But this dude, this former NFL player, was being sued because there are 6 states where you can sue the person, the home wrecker.
Yeah.
We're all like,
Steve Smith Sr.
Yeah, that seemed kind of crazy that you could sue the guy.
Right.
And she could still walk away with half your stuff if she wanted a divorce, but somehow this guy is going to get the home wrecker law that they have. And this person wants $100,000 from him because this dude, this former NFL player, was nailing his wife.
Kind of smart because he'll probably get it.
It'll probably, there was one man that got $700,000 because his woman was cheating on him.
Yeah.
And he sued the man.
Right, I remember that.
And he got a judgment of $700,000.
Which is badass.
I get you want to deter cheating. That's one way
You
to do it. But
maybe deter it like in the marriage.
But I would then let's say you divorce her. Does she get half of that money then?
I bet she does.
Or is it like an inheritance where they're not entitled to anything?
I don't know. It's a great question.
That's a great question. Let's say he stays with her, he gets $100,000. Does she get half that money if they divorce?
That would suck.
That's some prostitution right there.
That would suck. Sounds like extortion.
Maybe.
And then here's another thing. What if a couple's in on it? She starts sleeping with a rich man, then he sues. I mean, there's so many gray areas on that law.
There is.
But this person has a theory. Listen to this.
If another man is able to get close to your woman, he's not the problem. She is.
Ooh. I agree.
Yeah, I don't think that dude's the problem.
I don't think that's a hot take.
But they're saying, oh, this is a hot take. If a dude's able to get close to your woman.
Well, because of how some people react. Because some people go after the person that is the outsider. The
humper.
Yes. And they got real problems with them. And so, yeah, it to me, it's not a hot take, but it still needs to be said because enough people out there have been through this situation and they take it out on the person that is the extra person.
One of the crazier stories this week has been the guy that caught his woman cheating, recorded some video of it, but was too scared to confront her.
And then would watch it.
He would watch it. It would drive him crazy because he watched it over and over again, but he couldn't confront her because he was scared of her. And I'm like, how weak are we as homies that you have video proof that your woman cheated in your own house, in your own marital bed, and you're too scared of her temper tantrum that she's going to throw or what she's going to do to you?
Cheating on you.
And you're too scared to confront her? Wild.
The fact that another man feels so welcomed reflects on your girl's behavior behind your back. Never compete with another man over a woman.
I agree with that. We've always said that, but, you know, in the movies, it's crazy because in the movies, women like those movies where dudes are competing. Look at Sweet Home Alabama.
Yeah, she loved it.
She had two men that were competing over her.
Yeah.
In The Notebook, two men competing over her.
Every great love story.
Pearl Harbor, two men competing over her. Titanic, two men competing over her. Right? All the love stories, it's all these men competing for one woman's affection.
Oh, yeah.
Showgirls.
Game of Thrones.
Showgirls.
The Targaryen, Targaryen. I mean, she had just all kinds of men that were just, fighting over her all the time.
But I don't think that's, I wonder if there's women out there like, I had two men just, fighting over my affections. But if I could offer any advice, never do that.
No. But it is a good feeling, though, when you do have people, like, fighting over you.
Sure. I get that.
You get a big head about it.
But here's the problem. If there's two dudes that are fighting over this one woman, right? And then whatever, she chooses one. If she didn't immediately just, end the dispute immediately.
Yeah.
Like, there should never be a dispute. There should
right,
never
the fact
be.
that she's like, which one do I go with?
The best advice that I've ever heard is...
Did you ever win that?
You have to have a woman that's infatuated with you. If you're a guy, she has to be all in on you.
Yeah, obsessed.
Obsessed.
I know some people try to act like what was the movie, the Wedding Crashers, where it's like, I got a stage 5 clinger.
Oh, yeah.
Like, that's the only thing that works, in my opinion.
The pick-me's. I've been telling you, there's a reason. You're supposed to pick them.
The girl that's like, I'll find you.
I'll find you.
Yeah. Like that, if you're not with that girl, like, what are you doing?
If she's letting someone else get that close, it's a clear sign she's not respecting the relationship. Don't waste your energy fighting him, because he's not the issue.
Yeah, he's not the issue.
No, he's not. He's not. I agree with everything that guy said.
But that seems like a lot of dudes have had to learn that hard lesson,
It
never
is.
to fight over a woman.
It's a hard lesson.
It's hard, though, but when you got feelings and
Oh,
you're
man.
caught up in those feelings.
You got to go. I think every guy kind of has to go through that just so then they know they can look back and be like, wow, that was really
We're
ridiculous.
natural-built competitors. It's in our DNA to compete. We compete in everything else in life.
It just makes me, oh, my God, makes me cringe so much when I think about, as a young man, one of my first serious girlfriends, and then, she cheats on me and breaks up with me, and it's like me trying to fight to get her back.
Trying
I'm
to
just
win
like,
her back.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God. It makes me want to
Felt like such a loser.
I didn't at the time, but like when I think back to it, I'm like, what was I doing?
Right, but you were young. But now
I was young. It was a tough lesson that you have to learn.
what you would do is you could go back and talk to your young self. You would have whooped your young self's ass.
I would. Yeah, it embarrasses me to this day.
It's embarrassing now.
It is. It really is. But it's like I had to learn that lesson.
You had to learn the lesson.
Yeah.
All right, so men who are good at sex don't tolerate bad behavior. I wonder if this is true. I'm going to take your calls. 1-855-FU-Billy. Hang on.
1-855-FU-BILLY. Back to the Billy Madison Show.
1 hour away from a shot at $1,000. All right. All right. I got a couple dudes that are calling in already about this. I'll play the audio. Let me take their call. Will, are you calling in that men that are good at sex don't tolerate bad behavior?
Yes, sir.
All right. So you think that's true, that if a dude is good at sex, he's not going to tolerate bad behavior from a woman?
In my experience, yes, sir.
Okay. And tell us a little bit about that.
I'd say that when you have options,
sure,
and you realize that
if you're the Liam Neeson of sex, right, and you got a particular set of skills, right, you're going to get taken off the market. You're not going to be on the market very long, right? If you're a bit of a swordsman, right, you're not going to be on the market. You got a hammer down there. You got a big old one. You're not going to be on the market very long. And so your woman knows that she's not just competing, maybe for your accomplishments, but, also that weapon that you got in your pants. It's a dangerous, dangerous weapon that you got there, right? And she knows it. She knows what that thing can do.
Yes, sir.
And so you get treated better by women because you're good at humping.
Yes, sir.
All right. Well, thank you, Will. Appreciate it.
Well, at least he's good at humping.
Yeah. He's the best. That was the best caller we had in a long time. I like
He's
it.
not great in the caller department.
Man,
It doesn't matter.
man, that was solid.
All right. Where'd you put the audio?
1-1.
1-1. All right. Here we go. So there's this theory that if a man is good at sex, he doesn't tolerate bad behavior. I tell you about when I'm at Target or I'm out at Disney or something. I see a lot of couples fighting at Disney. Not like full-on fights, but just a lot of rudeness where the woman's yelling at him because he can't get the stroller broke down fast enough. And I'm just like, man, that's awful. And then I saw this audio. I'm like, it's because that guy's bad at sex. Because if he was good at sex and he had a big one, his woman's down there like, oh, let me help you with this. She's real patient with him. She's helping him break down the stroller. Not a big deal, honey. Why don't you just walk up there? Hold the baby. I'll get the stroller. Then she's bringing the stroller up. She's all proud of her man and the sex that he gives her.
Yeah.
Listen to this.
Men who are good at sex tend to be less tolerant of bad behavior in women. It is really that simple.
And she says, this is a lady saying this. Men that are good at sex don't tolerate bad behavior. That's it.
That's it.
Yeah.
You're not going to tolerate bad behavior if you're good at it.
Yep.
The reason being is because men that are bad at sex, what happens is they think only one woman can satisfy them, which is their partner. They don't want to go somewhere else. They're almost a bit embarrassed to go find another woman or a bit shy to go find another woman. They think, oh, I have to hold on to this partner.
Right. So then the dudes that are bad at sex, they feel they got to do everything to hang on to this partner.
Mm-hmm.
And so they tolerate getting bitched around, getting yelled at about the stroller.
Yeah.
Being called an idiot. All that stuff.
Men who are very good at sex will say, if you can't behave correctly, if you can't respect me, if you are not good at what you're doing and you are not treating me well, bye.
Yeah. The dudes will just dump them. It's like, next. I think that's true. Let's go to Lewis. What's up, Lewis?
Yeah, I totally agree with that. I mean, I think of myself being good, and I really don't tolerate that. Like, I remember the first time I met my girl, she told me something way out of line, and I basically put an end to it right there and then. And that was after the first time we got together. And,
okay.
Then she came to find out that she was a squirter.
Okay, we can't say that.
Right.
That's just for the chat.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That was just nasty for the chat.
That was. That was nasty for the chat.
That was so nasty for you guys.
Yeah, it was.
No, that's gross. I wouldn't want one of those.
What? You
No. Now what he just said. Nah, no.
You don't sit at the splash.
No, I don't want a garden hose. No way.
All right.
That is sick. That would not be a compliment. Be like, you're nasty.
Ugh.
It's awesome.
Control that thing.
Right.
That's awesome. You think that's awesome?
I think it's great.
Yeah. Yeah, this person says, I love waterfalls.
Yeah.
I love waterfalls.
I told you this chat is nasty. We have the nastiest chat ever.
Yeah, we do.
Let me go to Neil. What's up, Neil?
Yeah, hey, thanks for taking my call, guys. So there's a married woman that I'm hooking up with, right?
Yeah.
And she is always bitching around her husband. Like, he doesn't know about us, but she's called him from my house on her cell, and she's, like, ordering him around. Like, I asked her, like, are you scared of getting caught? And she's like, no, like, I run his life. Like, she doesn't share her location with him. He's not allowed to question her. Like, she'll be taking him on, like, she was talking to him, right? Like while we're doing the deed, right? And she's like ordering him around, get the groceries at the curbside, and like tell him like, hey, I need you to clean the house. Like, she runs him ragged, like all over the place. All right.
Yeah.
And like with me, like, she doesn't do that. Like, she just runs him. You know. But like, she'll call me, and she'll be like, hey, are you free? And I'll be like, I don't know, maybe. Or I just won't respond at all. Like, it just drives her nuts. Like, and I'm good in the bedroom. Like, so this is totally accurate. Like, she's always telling me how terrible in bed her husband is. And like, she buys me stuff. Like, she calls my phone nonstop. Like she cleans my house, right?
Wait a second, sir.
Sex.
So she doesn't even clean her own house. She tells her stupid husband, clean the house before I get home. But she'll come over to your house and tidy up, and she's cheating on her husband?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
It's like all she's addicted to is sex, man. Like, it's just crazy. But yeah, no, she doesn't do any of that to me, like, at all. But like her husband, oh man, like,
it's rude that she's from your house. She's talking to her husband, bitching him around,
very rude.
telling him what he needs to get done.
Mhm.
He's got a honey-do list. And then you guys will be in the act, and she'll answer her phone, talk to her husband while you guys are getting it on.
Yeah.
And then bitch him around while you guys are doing it.
Hell yeah, it's like a kink of hers. It's so wild.
Here's the sad thing is, she probably does have a husband. You know, she probably has a husband that just maybe is brutal in the bedroom. His shoulders are in, hands in his pockets, always messing up everything. He's like the Charlie Brown of husbands. Can't do anything right. He's a doormat dad, just getting just getting walked on. And then what does she do to him? Then cheats on him. Right? And then she's cleaning this guy's house, buying him stuff with the family money.
That's about as bad as it gets. Like, I can't think of a worse situation to be in than that one.
No.
Wow. Okay, this person says, I'll take things that didn't happen for $500, Billy. They're not believing you, sir. They don't believe that you're this swordsman, that this woman is doing that. Are you there?
I don't have it. I mean, don't believe it. I don't have another explanation for the difference in how she treats me and how I've literally seen her treat her husband.
Okay. It says here, I would slap the S out of this guy, but not if you're the doormat dad, the doormat husband that's just getting walked on.
Yeah.
All they're saying is, let's say you're in a relationship, right? And let's just flip genders. If you got a dude and he pops off and says something, right? If you're a woman and you're good at sex, right?
Mm-hmm.
That dude is going to do whatever you want him to do. He's 9 times out of 10, he's going to do whatever you want him to do. If you're good at sex, he'll do whatever, right? He's gonna treat you way different. But you flip the genders where the dude's good at sex. That this woman, right? Let's say she says something that's like an off-color type comment, right? Or starts to get a little testy with you.
Yeah.
You're not going to tolerate that behavior because you can hump. So you're not tolerating that kind of behavior. You're not going to tolerate getting yelled at. You're just going to leave her. That's what they're saying. So men that are good at sex don't tolerate. They don't stay in these awful relationships. And so they don't get treated as bad. The fact that, and the reason is that husband that doesn't get to share locations, doesn't get to ask any questions, just has to tolerate it. He knows he's bad at sex, so he's doing whatever he can because he knows it's going to be very difficult to replace the woman that he has.
It's about having options.
So that's why he tolerates that awful behavior.
Yeah.
So it has a little bit to do with sex, but it also
A
has
little
to do with how much you respect yourself. You know, he might be small in the pants. Her husband might be small in the pants. That might be, a thing. Let me see what Kyle has to say. What's up, Kyle?
Yeah, I had something to say about the dude that was messing with the married girl.
Yeah.
Yeah, so if she answering the phone and talking on the phone while you busting her down, bro, then I got news for you, buddy. You're really not that good, man. You ain't the guy you think you are. Because I'm tell you like this, ain't no girl answering the phone while I'm busting her down. For real. Hey, she ain't answering the phone, talking on the phone while I'm...
I mean, if she wants to be extra disrespectful and she wants to, if there's a kink out of that, you could see that maybe that's her kink.
Nah, but if you ain't that good, bro, like if she,
you're right, but there is some downtime.
phone
She's
with
just
her
not all
man.
moans and stuff through the whole.
Hey, you ain't that, dog. I'm sorry, buddy.
All right, Neil, he's saying that you're not all that. Kyle is saying that if she has the ability to be able to strength to answer the phone and have a conversation, you're not doing it that good.
Now, look, two things. All right. One, like I said, this is a kink. She doesn't get to boss me around. She calls me daddy, right?
Yeah.
Like, she doesn't get to boss me around. She's got to do it to someone. All right. Second of all, like, it's all a facade. You know, at the end of the day, she doesn't want her husband to know what we're doing. Like, yeah, she's going to take his call. Yeah, she's going to appear like her stuff is normal. All right?
Right.
But, like, that has nothing to do with the fact of, like, I'm sorry this dude's so inadequate that you're going to call me up and say that I'm not good at it because she's taking a call or she's making a call. Like, give me a break. She's doing it in front of me, man.
Right. And that may be she is extremely disrespectful to her husband, and gets off on the fact that she's being disrespectful to her husband. And what would be more disrespectful than while she's getting the doodle, she answers the phone?
Can't think of a lot of things, Billy.
Let me go to D, see what D's got to say. I mean, and she calls you daddy? I thought I heard that.
Yeah, he said that.
She calls me daddy.
Okay, and she comes over to your house and cleans your house. Now,
that's right.
Okay,
That's
so
right.
she'll tidy up your house.
Yeah.
Crazy. What's up, D?
Hey, I was just going to respond to the person who made the comment to slap this guy.
Yeah.
He didn't promise her husband anything. There was no promise between he and the other guy. She's the one that needs slapped. I mean, why not take advantage of it? If that's what she's going to do, that's the kind of person she is. And she's doing it because he's not giving her attention. She's chasing him. That's why she doesn't do those things to him, because he acts like he doesn't really want her.
And the husband is just so agreeable and does everything, jumps when his wife says. Yeah. And is that not attractive to women?
No, not at all. Not
right.
at all.
You want a more masculine guy that's going to stand up for himself and not tolerate that behavior?
Yeah. I have a friend who wanted to go out with me, and I said I wouldn't do it because I would treat you bad, and I don't want to do that.
Why would you treat him bad? What was his personality? How would you already know I'm going to treat you real bad?
Because he'd be too agreeable. He would be like a little puppy following you around, and I don't want that.
You don't want that.
I
You want a
don't-
man.
No, I want an equal. Well, yeah.
Okay, well, let me ask you this question. Hang on, Neil. I'm going to ask her this question. So this person says, we just played the audio of this woman that says men that are good at sex don't tolerate bad behavior from women. Men that are bad at sex are so afraid that they're not going to be able to find another woman, so they just become so agreeable. Would you agree that you can't treat a man that's good at sex like you can a man that's bad at sex?
Absolutely. A man that's secure in his masculinity is going to walk if someone's got bad behavior. Same thing with a woman.
And women go crazy when they get dumped.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, they do.
Right?
They have a hard time dealing with it.
Right. That's an L they have a very hard time dealing with.
Mm-hmm. Because it doesn't happen often.
Some do. Well, because they hurt people. They don't know how to process hurt. They think the only way that they can process it is to hurt the other person just as badly.
Mm-hmm.
That's why you guys scratch our CDs and
Deal
stuff.
with her. That's what happens, when you take a man for everything in a divorce and you didn't really need to. That's just you giving as much pain as you have.
Yeah, but if you have the bad behavior and then you got a man that's not going to tolerate the bad behavior, so he dumps you, and so you're like, hey, I'm going to give you more bad behavior.
Yeah.
Does that make any sense?
That's a quality woman for you.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you. Appreciate it, D. We got another D. So we got two Ds.
Okay.
D, if you can hang on. It's like, it's not that long of a break if you
No,
want to
no, no.
chill.
Short one.
Just have a little time out there. Or we can get your phone number. We can call you right back. Let's see what I got to get to here. Let me scroll down. Oh, here it is. Burger King must face a lawsuit over the Whopper ads. That's next.
to the Billy Madison Show.
Yes, Billy Madison Show. I had played some audio.
Good at sex tend to be less tolerant of bad.
I don't know. This audio sucks ass. What she's saying is that men that are good at sex don't tolerate bad behavior. Men that are, maybe not the best at sex feel like they just have to hold on to that woman because they don't know when they're going to get another woman. So they tolerate more of the bad behavior.
Yeah.
We go to D. What's up, D?
Hey, what's going on?
What you got?
I just tuned in a minute ago, and we're talking to that guy with the big head, thinking he's a swordsman.
Yeah. I mean, that was impressive that he's got a married woman that comes over there just for the dingy dong. She tidies up his house. She gives him the sex. She's always blowing up his phone. That tells me he's good. If he's telling the truth.
I'm thinking the husband's a cuckoldbird, and he likes it.
He could. I mean, that's a possibility, but I didn't hear that in there. I didn't hear that. I heard that this husband just gets yelled at all the time, getting bitched around and told to go clean the house. I don't know if the dude likes it, but
he's sticking around.
He is sticking around because he doesn't have self-confidence. And so they're saying a man that is good at sex has self-confidence, as opposed to the man that knows he can't really please a woman. And look, I remember the first time we gave Nard a baseball, he didn't know how to let it out of his hand. So it would just go straight to the ground.
Yeah.
Not everybody can run. Not everybody can throw a ball. Not everybody can jump, right? There's certain things people can't do. The same thing for sex. Not everybody's going to be great at sex. There are really probably tons of people that are really bad at it, right? And they can't figure it out.
I would say more, are bad at it than good at it, of course.
Right? And so,
by a big margin.
I had a buddy, and I'd known him since kindergarten and all the way through high school. And he tried to learn how to throw a football, could not figure it out for the life of him, could not figure out how to throw a football. It didn't matter how many times you tried to show him. He's like, I just can't do it.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Can't do it. That woman's got a husband, and he just can't do it. He's just not going to be good at sex. He might be good at making money. He might be good at, the yard might be pretty badass. He might be good at, he's going to have other things that he's really good, woodworking, whatever it is. But he's just not good at pleasing a woman. Some people aren't funny. No matter how hard they try, they just can't be funny. It's just, I don't know.
Absolutely.
I'm not saying you're born with it. You can't get better at it, but I think there are going to be people that struggle with it.
Yeah, and
so
then
maybe
that are just naturals.
That Neil guy was a natural, and he was just not. Maybe because that woman's husband was so bad, Neil just felt amazing to her. I don't know. It's possible.
Facts.
Let's see here. So Burger King is facing this lawsuit over the Whopper.
Okay.
Over these ads, because they claim that the Whopper's 35% bigger in the ads than it is when you get it. When you go into a Burger King and you get your Whopper.
I mean, it's a pretty fat thing to sue over.
It is.
It's so fat. Remember that when people were like, I had a Red Bull, and I'm still waiting on my wings.
Yeah.
No, the funniest one was the footlong.
Footlong, where somebody measured a footlong sub, and they're like, hey, I'm missing an inch.
Yeah. It's 11 inches.
Mm-hmm. Subway they quit doing that.
Yeah.
Like they stopped calling it a footlong.
Yeah. Some fatty got mad because they didn't get their full footlong. They're like, hey, man, if I order 12 of these, I'm getting gypped out of one.
Yeah.
So, yeah, Burger King's
When you put it like that, it's a point, I guess.
facing a lawsuit over this Whopper.
Yeah.
And
they'll probably settle.
Yeah, I'm sure they will. They'll figure it out. It's not going to make people
Although,
stop going
like,
to Burger King.
really, nobody thinks you're getting that size of a burger.
No.
But
I never thought Red Bull was actually going to give me wings.
Nope.
Right.
Nope. I always knew coffee was hot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or in San Antonio, barbecue sauce.
Well, that one was,
That was a recent one.
Yeah.
Well,
that was a big one.
So, women were comparing this. They're like, hey, that's no different than what men have done to us.
What do you mean?
Well, when they send a photo, it appears 35% larger than it actually is. And so they are disappointed when they see it
Here's
in
the
real
thing,
life.
I don't think any girl out there has ever gotten a photo from a guy that wasn't actually large in real life.
Well, she's saying that she should be allowed to sue as well.
I mean, if that's happened, that would shock me. What I'm saying is, if a guy is sending you his wiener, it's because he has a big one. Like, I don't think guys have ever sent their wiener, and then when the girl later on she hooks up with them, and she's like, wait a minute, this thing looked way bigger.
Well, I would love, or maybe they told you that it was big, and then you get down to business. I would love to hear if you've ever been wiener fished.
Yeah. Does that actually happen?
Did he tell a big whopper? Right? It was 35%, 50% bigger in the photo than it was in real life.
Because I just don't think wiener fishing happens.
No.
I think it does.
Like, I think if you have a smaller one, I don't think you're ever representing the fact that you have a bigger one, because you know that debt is going to have to be paid at some point.
But I think the guy is like, hey, I'll just lie. And then once they get to the business, is she going to really stop at that point?
I mean, it takes a rare woman that does.
Right?
We've heard about it, but it doesn't happen that much.
Right? She's going to be like, oh, I'll still do it.
Yeah, of course she is.
Yeah, so it's a lie that you may as well tell.
Mm-hmm.
You're saying that no woman has ever been wiener fished?
I don't think so. I really don't. Because I think if you're sending your wiener, it's because you're actually packing.
Right.
Like, I have never, ever, ever sent a photo of my wiener because I know that I'm going to have to pay for that eventually.
Never have.
Like, that's going to happen. I never have.
Wow.
Never. Because eventually, like, if I'm trying to hook up with a girl and we're texting, she's sending me some photos, I'm not going to send mine back because then if we do hook up, she's going to be like, what is this? Where's the wiener that you sent me? Like, that would be the dumbest thing in the world to me.
I know, but the dude's banking on the fact that she's just going to go through with it.
And if that's happened, then I'm
corrected.
usually wrong.
Yeah, you are.
So, and I admit that, but I just don't think it. I'm going to stand on it. I don't think it happens. I don't think guys send. I don't think guys send their wiener and then they actually have a small one.
4 green goddesses, false, Derek.
Okay.
Yep.
All right.
Not true, Derek. That's from Stevie.
All right.
A lot of guys will send fake D pics. It's not even
No
theirs.
way.
Yeah.
No way.
Oh, I bet they do.
A guy is sending a wiener that's not even his?
Zelda says he has a small one and he sends it to girls.
Dude, kudos to you, Zelda.
You got to have confidence.
That's true.
You can also
just
work the
take
angles.
the L, Derek.
You work with the angles.
Well, I
and
haven't
lighting.
got there hasn't even been any calls.
Beth says I've been wiener fished several times. What's up, Star? Have you been wiener fished?
Yes, I have. I was back in college, and it was the first guy I dated. He, French and Asian. He showed me he had a Magnum and everything, so I'm thinking, okay, it's going to be a big one.
Yeah, you thought you got
I'm
it. This is going to be a
excited.
big one. You got it on the line, right? Hooking all that stuff, right? You got it on the line. You think you're going to pull it out of the water. It's going to be huge.
Mm-hmm. And he couldn't even hit it from the back.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, the green goddess says, yeah, wiener fishing is a real thing. Watch out, ladies.
Yeah.
Yep.
So let's do FaceTime. They can't
Man,
have
he
that.
couldn't even do it he couldn't even do it in police dog position because it was so small.
Yeah, sadly.
Man, that is
So
unbelievable.
I had to walk away.
Man,
Could not finish the job.
you had to walk away mid-job
Mm-hmm.
like a contractor that was working on my
Mid-job.
kitchen.
Mid-job. Oh, man.
Man, that's awful.
All right, well.
All right, well, thank you, Star.
Yeah, I appreciate it, Star.
That's one. Let
That's
me go
one.
to... What's up, Vanessa?
Hi, this happens so much to women.
Oh, that's
Look,
awful to
men-
hear.
Men lie about this like women lie about their number. You know, men always lie
Yeah.
about their size. They lie
Yeah.
about their height, too.
Right.
They lie about their pants and their height. You know, I think most women have been Burger Kings, and I don't get it because we're obviously going to find out.
Yeah.
You know, they just think that, once we get down to business, that we won't care because
Yeah, you'll feel
women like
bad
this
for 'em.
personality?
Yeah.
No, it's such a letdown. I just want to let women know out there, never trust a man when he sends you a photo. Lots of them they're just little fakies of their downstairs, and it looks bigger in photos, and I think men should be honest.
This is coming from the gender of makeup and push-up bras. Okay.
Yeah, but we know about that.
Yeah,
We
and
can
we
tell
said
that
in
they're
a
not their
new photo, it
eyelashes.
doesn't
It's not their
have-
hair.
Well, the
That's not
push-up
their
bra,
skin.
though.
The-
I mean, they
you
can-
can kind of tell the
They can
push-up
make those
bra.
things look awesome.
Yeah.
It's not the same. I still say, no, if a man asks about your body count, women, ask him his size. The number one lie men tell.
I mean, she might be right.
Right.
Oh, and if a guy says it gets the job done, I'm doing air quotes, that is code for he has a very small one.
It gets the job done.
Yeah. It's like, yeah, it gets the job
It gets
done.
the job done.
Yeah,
But
no,
it's
it
kind of
doesn't,
true.
no.
I used to have this dude that cut my lawn. He had the smallest little lawnmower, but it took him like 9 hours, but he got the job done.
Yeah, but did he lie about how big it was?
Oh. I mean-
no, two. Mm-mm.
Sometimes the grass would be a little flat, right?
Yeah.
It wouldn't get all the grass, but
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, all I'm saying is too many men try and Burger King a woman, and it almost guarantees no more dates. I'm sick of it.
that's right. What you want the Whopper. You don't want the Burger King lie. I get it.
Yeah, I want it to look all big and juicy.
Yeah. Oh,
Have it your way.
This Ice Heart says I can agree with her. Yes,
Told
men
ya.
don't lie about it. Yep. Yeah, don't bring that Whopper Junior and call it a Whopper.
Wow.
Oh, that's so funny that dudes would be like, "Oh, it gets the job done. Don't worry about it."
Yeah, don't worry about it.
It's the motion of
So
the
that's
ocean.
the worst.
That's the worst.
Man.
If he's like, "It gets the job done." No, I haven't got any complaints.
That's a funny thing to say though. If you got a small one,
Yeah.
it gets the job done. You know what?
But does it?
It gets there. It's like when somebody's trying to sell you a terrible car, and they're like, you know what? It gets you point A to point B. Yeah, but this car
No, it
sucks.
doesn't.
Okay, there's a man that has a big one. He wants to know what your number is.
Ooh.
But like, how does she like?
Yeah, I know.
She, just
She
has to take
can't.
his
She
word
can't
for it.
verify. Let me go to Joe
Yeah.
real quick. What's up, Joe?
So I've kind of catfished wiener photos or whatever to girls before, but like in a different way. So they call and they ask, like, "Hey, send me a D pic." I'll like screenshot the letter D and send it to them.
Oh, that's funny.
Or they want like a wiener pic, I'll send them a picture of a hot dog. If they want, the D pic, I'll send them a rooster.
Well, isn't that's nasty, right? When they ask for a D pic.
It's kind of funny, but
Isn't it kind of nasty? But maybe Vanessa, are you asking? Because I remember when I was buying a car and I asked for photos of it, right?
Yeah.
Because I wanted to
Yeah.
see what it, I wanted to see all the angles of the car, right?
Mhm.
So I didn't want to make this long ass drive to go buy this car
Yeah.
if I didn't see like the whole car, right?
Makes sense.
So
Right,
I
yeah.
could see where women would be like, "Let me see it," so that they don't waste their time.
Well, so you know what women do? We just find our angles. So we're not lying. It's really
No.
us.
Yeah, but when a woman requests a D pic, she's just like, "Hey, is it worth my time to find out more about this guy, or is it not cute enough or big enough or whatever?"
No, yeah. You have to try it before you buy it. So yeah, definitely want to see the pictures to see if you want to continue the conversation.
Yeah, I've seen that a lot, especially online, where women are like, "No, you got to see photos."
Mm-hmm.
Right? You can't trust a man. They don't want unsolicited photos.
Yeah.
But if a woman asks for a photo, you have to send it because otherwise she's probably not going to date you because she'll think you're trying to hide something.
I am.
Yeah.
100%.
Let's see here.
Yeah, we also want to see what condition the car is in. Like,
That's
is it,
true. Have you treated it good?
Yeah, is it, clean and trimmed and.
Yep.
Yeah.
This dude says,
Sometimes.
mine's 4 inches, but it smells like a foot.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Comment of the century. Mine's 4 inches, but it smells like a foot. God dang, man.
Oh.
Oh my God. That is such a Cracker Barrel comment.
Cracker Barrel.
Oh, that's funny.
That's 4 inches, but smell like
All
a
right.
foot.
This dude says he won't send a D pic because he don't want that girl to pass it around.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh, that's
Dirty.
also true. It's going in the group chat
Yeah, I'm sure.
for analysis.
Yeah. Say, hey, you got to filter it through your friends, see if it's worth it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
If it's real. You got to send it through an AI filter.
Wow.
Yeah.
With AI, man, you can make yours huge now.
Yeah, you can make it.
You can
the
put a
biggest
smile
wiener in
on
the world.
yours.
Yeah.
Smile.
Smile. That's wild.
Okay, this was rude.
What?
This dude says the more a woman weighs, the more she wants the photo of it. I think that's rude.
Jeez.
Let's go to Carolina. Yes, Carolina.
So I think it's very valid to ask for a pic.
Yeah.
Because I've been through a situation like that. And
You have been wiener fished.
yes.
Now, how? So you had not
He
seen it. Did he describe it as if it was magical?
No, he didn't describe it at all. It's just like we talked here and there, and then we finally met up a couple times. And then when we actually came down to it, I was like, what the heck?
What? It's like it's just you were like, there's nothing I can do with that.
Yeah.
But he had sent it and it looked different.
Well, he hadn't done anything. She just got down to business.
Oh, so you're just talking about a guy with a small one.
Yeah, and so then she was like,
Yes.
did you go through with it, or
All
did
right.
you have to say no?
Yeah, I said no.
You said
Oh,
no.
you were like, no. Oh, wow. She passed on it.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's incredible.
Okay, so you think it's valid now, so you would want to maybe get a photo first so you don't waste your time.
Yes.
You don't want to do that again.
Yeah.
Yes.
Is that really a big, huge disappointment?
It's not nasty to ask for one.
Okay, she's
It's
saying
not.
it's not nasty to ask for one. So,
Oh, that's what you're defending. You're like, hey, there's
Yeah.
nothing wrong with asking for her.
yeah, because you don't want to waste your time. So basically, what happened
I
is
got
it was
you.
Christmas morning. You're opening the gift, and you got a pair of socks. Right? You got the dumbest gift ever, and you're like, oh, I don't want this.
It's a little
Yep.
different because I think you still have to be grateful for the socks.
Yeah. And so this poor girl. So then you're like, no. Then this guy's like, damn. He has to feel so
Yeah.
bad about himself.
Yes, he actually still tries to talk to me, and I'm like,
He
yeah,
still? Wow. Guys there's something else sometimes.
Yeah, they are.
Like, they were about to get down to business,
I'm not-
and I can't believe he still talks to her.
I'm not trying to be rude, Carolina, but are you a bit of a size queen? Do you have a size preference? A ballpark area where you're like, hey, I only mess with this? You know all those girls are like, you got to be this big to get on this ride?
Oh, heck no. If it's huge, I'd pass too.
Pass
'cause,
too.
no,
All right,
I
so
can't
See,
do
that's
that.
where it becomes, so, yeah.
You need
It's
a
like
happy
porridge.
medium. It is. She's
Can't even have
Goldilocks.
fun with
Yeah.
that.
Too hot, too cold. She needs something right in the middle. That's awesome.
Yep.
Yeah. That's some honesty we got
Yeah,
there.
it
So
is. Yeah.
you're saying it's not nasty
So
to
she's
ask
not,
for a
but
photo.
she's also not a size queen.
She is not.
No.
Now that brings me to my next story. Thank
Okay.
you, Vanessa.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Carolina. I did not get to this yesterday, but I got a lot of people were curious about this.
What?
So this woman, she goes, my fiance found my old Tumblr account revealing her kink that she was a size queen before.
Uh-oh.
So the question was, can you be a former size queen? 1-855-FU Billy. Hang on.
to the Billy Madison Show. 1-855-FU-BILLY.
I'm F-R-E-E free. That mean I ain't gotta worry about no cheat. And I'm S-I-N-G-L.
Billy Madison Show. About 12 and a half minutes away from a shot at $1,000. Free money could be yours. Next hour, Big Dummy Trivia. Chance to win a nice little prize. You know, I saw this. It seems like a lot of wiener talk today, but that's what's in the news.
That's all right. It happens.
So this woman, she goes, and people were very curious about this. If you can ever be a former size queen. So this
like
woman,
you're not anymore?
Right.
Okay.
Maybe you had your day and you're like, nah. I just want to nestle down with just a regular old American wiener.
Mm-hmm.
Well, this woman, she goes, my fiance discovered my old Tumblr account. That has to be old. Anyways, he discovered the kink that she had, and now he can't even look her in the eyes anymore. Damn. So she used to be a size queen. In fact, that was what her Tumblr account was about.
Oh, that was what it was dedicated to? Oh,
yes.
No. Oh, no. Oh, no.
Yeah.
Here's the problem, ladies, is like, you might be a former one, but we're never going to believe you. Because I just don't feel like that goes away. It's like, you know, I've liked big boobs since Sable in the WWF, WWE. And it's like that was when I was a little boy.
Well, listen
and
to
that's
what
never changed.
This woman, she goes, I'm engaged to a guy who's practically perfect. Great job, great banter, excellent jawline. One issue, his wiener's small. Now, he makes up for it with effort.
Yeah.
But I simply don't feel sexually satisfied. She rarely has the big O, and when she does, it's all because of the effort that she puts in.
Fair.
So, but here's the story. It gets a little complicated. When she was in her 20s, she used to have a real kink for hung guys. She even had a Tumblr blog,
Damn,
a blog
dirty.
about it called Size Queens, that she used her real name in.
Yeah.
And she never deleted it. She kind of forgot about it. Recently, fiance, you know, as dudes do, they'll do a little digging on the internet, right? If you're going to get married, you'll do a little digging. You'll be like, let's see what's out there. What kind of skeletons you might pull up.
Mm-hmm.
Fiance dug up, Googled her, and his confidence has been shattered after he found her Tumblr account where she talked about being a size queen. She was into guys that were hung. That was her kink. She told him that it was just an old kink and she's left it in the past.
Yeah.
Now he can't look at her.
Because how do you let that go? Like, she used to be into him, now she's not? Like, give me a break. Give me a break.
They're getting into some fights and stuff like that. I'm with Derek. I don't think that you ever grow out of that, if you will.
It's not like drugs.
No.
You know, it's not like, oh, man, yeah, I used to be an addict, and then,
Yeah,
you know.
she's acting like she went to D-Hab.
Yeah.
And I don't think that ladies have a D-Hab. If you have a size that you like, you're probably going to like it for life. I think that's for life.
That's for life. You can't tell me that you're no longer into those. Like, that is ridiculous.
So
it's funny. It's funny that she says that.
They never argued about it.
Yeah.
It never crossed her mind until this guy found her Tumblr, and now they're arguing about it. And now,
because he didn't know.
He didn't know about it, but now she's going, well, maybe I do want a bigger one.
Yeah, of course she does. Because he's obviously, and it's very clear and obvious this guy's not very big. Because if he was, he wouldn't care.
I don't know if we could have any ladies that maybe it was a phase that you went through.
Where you're like, man, I want a big one.
When I was younger, I had a skateboarding phase.
Yeah.
I didn't go anywhere without carrying my skateboard.
Gotcha.
Anywhere. And I had that probably for like 10 years.
Yeah.
And now I could care less.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not a skateboarder.
You grew out of it.
I grew out of it. So ladies, did you grow out of your little phase? Are you not into it anymore? Obviously, if you find this, I think you have to find a new girl. Especially if you're not equipped in the pants. I think you have to.
One, it would just, wow, what a pervert she is online.
Right, but what a ghost to haunt that relationship.
Yep.
The ghost, a big wiener past?
Because imagine she has a Tumblr and like it's dedicated to this. Guys are just probably sending their huge wieners all day. Like check her email. I bet her email is maxed.
Now I will say
her email's stretched.
Yeah, I'm stretched to the max. Speaking of that, I have some audio of this Bonnie Blue saying that she wants to be stretched to the max and then also wants to be put in a wheelchair.
Damn, Bonnie. Relax.
What's up, Lori? Yes, Lori. Lori, I appreciate... Oh, she hung up. Damn, I wanted her
Damn,
honesty.
Lori.
She probably just hit the wrong button or something.
Impatient.
Maybe a little impatient. As I'm waiting for calls. Maybe we won't get any calls. Maybe...
Ladies, maybe you call it, be like, if it's not true, like if you don't grow out of it.
Or maybe your silence speaks volumes.
Yeah.
Right? Because a lot of times we'll ask for calls. We'll get a ton of calls. Maybe you're like, I'm a little shy to call in because, yeah, when a girl has a type, she has that type for life.
Especially on that.
Yeah, this is the Bonnie lady.
Sorry, Daddy, but today I'm going to be a lot. I cannot wait to be leaving here in a wheelchair.
Wow.
Wow.
She's a stunt person. She's the evil Knievel of sex.
She is. Kudos to her because still keeping her name alive.
I mean,
I thought she'd be cooked by now.
She's the motocross of sex.
But she thinks of something dirtier and dirtier to say.
She wants to find guys that are so big that she leaves in a wheelchair.
Those are big.
That she wants to have a disability when she's done.
That's crazy.
It's like, oh my gosh, you're in a wheelchair. What
That is
happened?
crazy.
You know? She wants it to feel like she was hit by a semi.
That's some sick stuff, man.
I know we always brag. It's like, oh yeah, we could put you in a wheelchair, right? Like that's you. Every man's like, oh man, that'd be cool, man, if I could put her in a wheelchair because my sex is so good.
Right.
But this woman, she's now asking to be put in a wheelchair. It's almost a challenge.
Begging. Yeah, she is kind of challenging. So, oh yeah, you think you could? Probably not. God dang, that's crazy.
She just has sex as a stunt. It's not for pleasure at all.
Yeah.
It's just a stunt.
Oh.
I never thought we'd live on Earth where it would be a stunt.
Where girls are like saying that.
Yeah.
But they are.
I want to leave in a wheelchair.
Yeah.
When I leave here after doing all these dudes, I want to be on hospice.
Man. That is some.
They're going to put my Wagina on hospice. It's going to be on life support when they're done.
It makes me feel like they're getting better at dirty talk.
Yeah. I want it. I want this thing to be on an IV when I'm done.
Yeah, that's scary stuff.
That is super scary.
Yeah, it is.
That she's requesting that. All right, calls are coming through. They're having some issues with our phone line.
Got to be the end times.
It does.
Got to be.
I got a Florida couple doing Florida things. I got that one gorilla doing gorilla things.
Okay.
I got a nurse that battered her wife. I also got $1,000 that we want to give to you in less than 4 minutes. Hang on.
1-855-FU-BILLY. Back to the Billy Madison Show.
Coming up on the program, the World Oddities Expo. We got Big Dummy Trivia. We're going to play that. Your chance to win. Before I get to the Florida story about a couple doing Florida things. There are Florida things.
There are.
Getting eaten by an alligator, that's a Florida thing.
100%.
Right? Shark bites, that's a Florida thing. Couples getting naked, just humping everywhere, that's a Florida thing. Getting hit with a sandwich, domestic violence with sandwiches and food items, that's
Only
definitely
in Florida.
That's a Florida thing. There's a startling new trend sees increased in item that men use in the bedroom. It's odd too, but used to be for Mother's Day, right? We would do this thing where we would give away adult toys to moms, right? What does mom want? You know, give mama
She wants a rose toy.
Yeah. Well, do you know that now more men are buying toys than women?
No, I did not know that.
In fact, more men are secure about bringing toys in for their woman.
Okay.
I almost respect it. Because you got to look, back in the day, right?
Yeah.
We used to have to build stuff with our hands. But what did we create? We created this thing called electricity.
Yeah.
Which we created power tools. And so now we're able to be more efficient by using power tools. And men, their egos would get in the way. And they're like, I'm not bringing in a toy in the bedroom. What kind of man think I am?
Mm-hmm.
But now some of these more progressive dudes are like, hey, wait a second. It's no different than this this thing. You're trying. You got a hammer, right? You got a screwdriver. You can manually do it. Or why don't I get this DeWalt?
Yeah.
And then you can just all of a sudden, job's done.
Yep.
Nobody comes in. They're like, you didn't manually bang this hammer or this nail in?
No, I did.
No, I had a nail gun.
I had a
my
nail
God.
gun.
Oh, my
Or
God.
I had this, drill.
Yeah. Wait, you didn't hand screw these in?
I didn't, man. I said, DeWalt.
DeWalt, Milwaukee.
So, yeah, nobody cares how the screw got in the wall.
Nope.
Nobody does.
Nobody's ever inspected that.
And now,
to see if it was done one way or the other.
No.
They're like, oh, yeah, okay, that's properly screwed in.
So now these progressive dudes are like, wait a second. Let me bring in these DeWalts into the bedroom.
Yeah, because they don't have probably the egos, I guess, that, the generation before them had.
Right.
No, not at all.
So they're like, yeah, because I guess in the past, men did not embrace adult toys in the same way as women did, potentially seeing them as a threat to their sexuality.
Yep.
But now, some of these dudes are like, wait a second.
Why wouldn't
if
I
you
do
become
this?
a Jedi Knight with one of those things, and it's like, zzz, 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 you can get your girl where she needs to go, and you're a swordsman with that thing.
Yeah.
Right? Or the little rocket or whatever you're bringing in there.
Yep.
She has a better experience. Now, it's a win-win.
Yeah. It's just different.
So they say 62%. They've seen 62% of men. 62% more than women. Men are spending that to bring these toys in the bedroom.
Mm-hmm. That's a huge increase.
That is. They're seeing a startling new trend, a shift, where men are like, all right, let me bring that in there.
Yeah, I'm only, making it harder on myself.
That's all you're doing.
Not, it's just taking longer.
Hump smarter, not harder.
I mean, it's true. It's true.
Yeah.
I mean, if the technology's there, why not take advantage of it?
Why not? Well, you still got one of those old-ass phones in there?
Mm-hmm.
No, you got a smartphone. Bring in a smart toy.
Yeah.
Might as well, yeah.
Why not? But it's ego, man.
It's
It's
ego.
all
It
ego.
is
It's
ego.
like,
It's
nah,
100% ego.
Man, the minute I got to bring them toys in, then I ain't doing it right.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, no.
Yeah.
If you could do it even better, right? You bring those particular set of skills in there, plus you bring that thing in there. Now, I mean, you're a real threat.
You are.
You're a double threat now.
Yeah.
Men are just looking at it stupid. how we tend to do.
Right. Because instead of looking at it like, oh, women probably, they like a guy that's not afraid of the toys and stuff.
Right.
Like they're more attracted to probably those guys.
Yeah. You know what it also signals to the woman?
What?
You care about her needs.
Yeah,
which
it does.
is half the battle. So, you know, that one lady that we're talking about, the size queen and all that, if this dude would take a different approach to the bedroom activities and took a more progressive approach.
Yeah.
And let her know. So you go out to the store, you buy this, you bring it home. She's like, wow, he cares about my pleasure.
Mm-hmm.
All of a sudden, she's having a great day. She thinks she's got a good dude. Because that's one of the big complaints is that the dude gets there and the woman doesn't, right?
It's true.
It reminds me, you know, of, let's say all your friends got to fit on a Disney ride, but you couldn't because maybe, whatever. Maybe you were too small. You couldn't fit. There's a fear of you flying out of the ride, so you don't get to ride the ride.
Right.
Right? You're having a bad day.
Yep.
It's not fun.
It's not.
But so then they bring in a little extra equipment to make sure you're real secure. Boom.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's having a good ride. So that's what they're saying.
I get it.
So shout out to the dudes that are doing that. I bet you the ladies will really appreciate that. But because there are a lot of women, they're like, no, my man won't allow toys in the bedroom. It's like,
that's dumb.
Yeah, there's a lot of dudes.
That's old school.
Yeah.
That is retro thinking right there.
It is.
That is rock and roll thinking. I ain't bringing none of that in.
Mm-hmm.
You got to get with the times.
Mm-hmm. Let go of the ego.
You do, because that's what it is. It is all ego.
Oh, yeah. I remember when they first started talking about, like, you know, self-driving cars, and guys were like, I ain't no somebody drive me except for me. You know, like people would write that out because it's just your ego.
Yeah.
And it's like, you got to let your ego go.
What's up, Ryan?
Yeah, I had a comment about the whole toy situation because I used to be one of these non-progressive types and kind of be like, well, I guess my stuff isn't good enough. But the sex was great. What we came to agreement is that these wands and these roses, all they do is just help her get there faster. Like she just enjoys it that much.
Maybe it's
more.
a little more I don't know, maybe it's heightened, right? It's you're
Heightened
bringing a power
sensitivity,
tool,
yeah.
right? I mean, it's like it's getting the job done.
Turn it up.
Yeah. Well, I don't like how you said it.
Turn it up.
Yeah.
Turn that up.
I said turn.
Oh, turn it up.
I thought you said tearing it up.
Yeah, I thought he did too. I was like, damn, that's aggressive. This dude says, lame topic. Hit me back when you guys are doing something cool.
All right, buddy.
All right, bud. If you can see, that's the guy. Like, I don't need to bring none of these toys in the bedroom, man. I'm the best.
Mm-hmm.
Well, then you'll really like
it
this.
is interesting to me though how it used to be. Guys, I mean, if your girl had a toy, you were like, no toys. You didn't even allow them in the house.
Yeah, what do you think this is, Toy Story?
And then now it's shifted as a new generation is like, oh, no, they have all kinds of toys in the bedroom.
Yeah. It's almost a necessity.
Like, okay.
Whatever's going to make it more fun for her, you have to be more open-minded.
Right. No, I think that, I mean, there are good things about, you know, being progressive.
Yeah.
And that's one of them.
I mean, there's like a couple.
Yeah, there's very few.
So people are applying hemorrhoid cream.
All right.
Using it as a beauty treatment for their face.
Yeah, this has happened before.
What? They're using some of that.
Yeah.
It like tightens your face.
Yeah,
up or
they're
something,
saying
right?
that swapping Botox for hemorrhoid cream.
I've heard about this before.
But people are saying you got to stop, girlfriend.
Yeah, if you have to use hemorrhoid cream, it's like, man, just give it up.
Call Dr. J.
Yeah. There you go. Dr. J's who you should call, not hemorrhoid
showing
cream.
this woman, she's got preparation H, and she's rubbing it all over her face.
She's rubbing it in like it's lotion.
Damn, look, it smells like ass.
Well, it doesn't smell like ass. Well, I don't know what it smells like.
I don't know what preparation H.
I don't imagine it smells like ass.
You had your hemorrhoid chopped off.
Yeah.
Yeah, smart man.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, I guess on social media, women are claiming that preparation H is a miracle fix for puffy eyes.
Yeah, this is not. They've claimed this before.
Putting butt cream all over your face.
Mm-hmm. Tightens it up, I guess, or something.
I don't know. I would just go get Botox, man.
I would just, if you're at that point, why not just give it up?
Just go see Dr. J.
You know, just pack it in.
Pack it in. You had your time.
You know, Start looking into funeral arrangements.
Oh, stop
wow.
it. You're
It's
just,
over, honey.
It's extreme.
Get a casket.
There's instead of getting
instead of
butt
getting
cream.
worried about that, if you're starting to notice, time's a ticking.
It's not a ticket.
It's over for you. Sorry.
There's other things.
Step aside.
Other things that ladies enjoy.
Step aside, lady. Sit your wrinkled ass down.
Man, listen to this guy. He is ornery today.
It's just like, I mean,
this woman says hemorrhoid cream has been used for many years. Yeah, I know, but it's just in the news right now. A lot of people didn't know that they were using butt stuff for their face.
Mm-hmm.
This married couple fingered for lewd conduct.
What?
You know how cops, they call it, it's like, because, your whatever, fingerprints and stuff like that, they call it getting fingered. Yeah.
Got it.
Oh,
I did not know
say
that.
that here in America?
Yeah, they do. If you get caught doing something.
Yeah, we got the suspect fingered.
Yep, exactly, Derek. You know how to use that in a sentence? Well, this married couple got arrested Sunday for allegedly engaging in lewd acts in a sidewalk cafe in Florida. I thought everything was legal in Florida.
Yeah, that's what my always understanding, getting off the plane in Florida. It's like, okay, this is Mad Max.
Yeah.
Well, apparently, he placed his hand up his wife's dress. And then, diddled.
Okay.
Oh.
He played the 2-string banjo.
Right.
Sounds better like this. Just imagine him. He's at a sidewalk cafe. Hand up, his woman's dress sounds like this. I don't know why I think that's what it sounds like. Hey, what y'all doing over there? Hey, mind your own business.
Where's that sound coming from?
It's coming from under her dress. Here we go. You ready, honey? Let's go. Woo! Yeah, sidewalk cafe.
Sidewalk cafe.
I just imagine, if you're in Florida, one of those, down yonder places.
Down yonder.
Right? He has his hand up the dress. It sounds like the banjo.
I don't think it does, but
I think it does.
Yeah.
Man, it's crazy.
That's how you imagine it.
I imagine all girls from Florida, theirs sound like a banjo.
Okay.
All right, wait a second. Oh, yeah, she's from Florida. Hold on.
I thought I heard that.
Oh, dang it. She's from Arkansas.
Where did you come from? Where did you go? Where did you come from? Cotton
So I imagine.
That's sick.
Anyways, they got in trouble. They were in big. You can't do that.
You can't do that.
Hey, man,
The fact they got caught though is really dumb.
She was okay with it, right?
Yeah. It was his wife.
Consensual.
He's a married
Yeah,
couple.
it was in public.
They's in love.
Yeah, they're just.
He's 29. She's 27. They in a honeymoon phase.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It caused
let
a
them love.
disturbance and a breach of the peace. They was charged. She was charged for allowing her husband to place his hand up her dress.
She was charged.
Yeah, she got in trouble.
You let him do that to you, you're in trouble.
Yeah, it
Wow.
looks like she needs some butt cream under her eyes. Look at those eyes. She got some bags under those
There's
eyes.
no way she's 20.
Yeah, she's up all night doing it.
Up all night, sleep all day.
I mean, that's a woman that, she needs it.
You're telling me that he had his hand up her dress and it didn't sound like... Stop it.
I mean, it might have. I don't know. I wasn't there.
A Walmart shoplifter, 73, claimed the devil made her do it.
Wasn't me. It was devil.
Yeah, man, you know how it is with that devil. It'll get you.
Yeah, I mean, in a way, she's right.
Again, it was in Florida. She was in Tampa.
Mm-hmm.
$121 plus worth of stuff, shampoo, socks, men's shorts.
Yeah.
I like that she was getting her dude something, too. But she was,
that is sweet.
yeah, come on. You're going to
She
charge
steals
her.
stuff not just for her, but her dude.
That's
cute.
so romantic.
That is romantic.
According to investigators, she initially denied swiping it, but later said that, the devil made her do it.
Yeah.
I don't
She's
know
not
why.
wrong.
The devil said, you know what? Devil's like, you don't have enough money, you can always steal it.
Mm-hmm. That is something the devil would say.
He would.
Yeah.
I mean,
Do it. That's what the devil says.
do it.
Come on. Do it.
For a
While you're at it, grab it.
majority Christian nation, anytime, somebody says the devil told me, I mean, you think more people would believe her.
Yeah, but they don't because
They
she's
don't.
in Tampa.
Right, because they're
She's in
frauds.
Tampa.
Yeah, there's not a lot of church there.
Oh, okay. I think there's tons of church there.
Yeah,
There's tons
I'm
of strip clubs
Yeah,
there.
there's church there, but there's not a lot of church.
Okay. Understood.
The gorilla that was hurling rocks, this guy's got a sense of humor. This is a gorilla that is just funny.
I don't think the gorilla was doing comedy.
And nurse battered her wife with this item. We'll get to it next.
Back to the Billy Madison Show.
Coming up, I got big dummy trivia. That is on the way for a chance to win World Oddities Expo tickets. A 4-pack. Very nice. Oh, let's see. Man, this gorilla that was hurling rocks into the crowd at a zoo, hitting a man in the head. I don't know. I mean, we got to expect that, right?
I guess, I'd be always on the lookout for that.
Yeah, this is an interactive zoo, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
You walk through, it's like,
I didn't even know those existed.
You might get hit with something. Have you ever seen that where the gorillas were throwing their poop and the monkeys were throwing their poop at the people?
Yeah.
That was funny, too.
Yeah, that is funny.
Right? Or the one little monkey that was, like, touching himself and then throwing it into the crowd.
Whoa!
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. They do that. It's so weird. I love going to the zoo. I'm a fan of that. I like it.
Yeah, you are a big zoo guy.
I do. I like to see the animals.
Yeah.
It's fun. You're out there with nature. You get to walk. I enjoy the zoo.
Mm-hmm.
But, man, an interactive zoo like this where they're throwing rocks at you, I mean, that's, you got to wear a helmet, to go to the zoo.
See, I don't want to have to wear a helmet.
It's like, all right, let's get you in there. All right. Oh, good. Annual pass holder. I like that. We're going to give you a discount on the helmet you have to wear.
Yeah. See, I don't like that.
That's right. Some protective eyewear. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Well, they're a little frisky today. They're throwing lots of stuff.
Just doesn't sound like a good time.
Watch out for the feces.
But people would probably eat that up. They'd love it. They'd be they'd be having their helmets strapped on, ready to roll.
They would.
People look for that interactive
They want
experience.
the smoke.
I don't want to ever go on a safari or anything.
I'll do all of the safari stuff.
Yeah, I know
in
you
the
would.
U.S.
Yeah. Oh, in the U.S.?
Yeah, I don't want to.
Well, that's not a safari, buddy.
Yeah, it's the same thing.
It's not. We're talking about an African safari.
I don't want to have to drive more than 45 minutes to a safari.
Yeah,
that's why I like those.
Aren't safaris.
I like the Renaissance, festivals and stuff like that. But it's like, can we make it closer?
No, for some reason they have to have it out in the middle of nowhere.
Can we get it closer?
Yeah, you would think that they would be able to. I bet those Renaissance festivals would pop off even harder. But for some reason, they have them way out in the middle of nowhere.
Like 3.5 hour drive.
For some, I don't know the reason, but it's
land is cheaper or something.
Right, but it's also, I think, probably stuff that they're doing.
Super inconvenient.
Yeah.
Well, there's that one in Waxahachie, which is, I don't know, like 4 hours from where we are right now, close to Dallas.
You really looked into this?
Yeah, well, because we had to go there when we lived in Dallas. When we used to remember when we used to do morning radio?
I still do it.
Yeah. Well, we used to be on a big station, morning radio.
I'm on a big station.
And, well, you know what I'm saying. We were in Dallas. It was like a top 5 market or something. Anyways, we did mornings there.
Yeah, cool. They're all losers.
And they had a Renaissance festival. But then they had these hotels right by the Renaissance festival that just looked like sex.
They did.
It did. It's like there's jousting today and tonight, huh?
Some hotels do look like sex.
They do. And that one, I was like, that one just has to smell like Renaissance sex.
Uh-huh. Oh, which Renaissance
What's wrong?
sex
You turned
cannot
on,
smell
Chris,
good.
or what?
No. I'm actually not. Renaissance ass has got to be bad.
Nah, there's all those hags or whatever they're
people that
called.
are into
Wenches.
it,
Yeah, get in a hot wench.
Yeah.
They always have their boobies out, right? And they're
They
giving
do.
you like a
that
drink.
part's cool.
Do you want a pint?
Boobies.
Yeah. No, they're big boobies for sure.
Oh, they wear like corsets and stuff.
Yeah, they're wenches is what they're
Yeah.
called. And then you got the mermaids. It's real sexual.
There's sexual aspects to it.
It
reminds me of like the gathering of the Juggalos.
A little bit.
Oh, okay.
You know what I like though? You go to the blacksmith and it'll make you a sword right
That's
there. That's
kind of badass.
I like that.
That's badass.
A real live blacksmith.
There are elements of the Renaissance that is cool.
Nard actually caught the plague when we went to Waxahachie because he was there with us. We went to Dallas. He caught the plague.
Yeah.
It's crazy. He spent a week in a hospital.
Now
then.
I think about it, he's been getting sick for a while.
A nurse has been accused of shoving cheesy nachos down the leggings of her wife at 3 a.m.
Huh. They were fighting, and she was just like...
Yeah, 2 women fighting I like
I'm gonna
it.
get you.
Because they're always like, oh, it's the man. It's the man. The man's always the problem in a relationship. Then you get two women in the relationship, they're still fighting.
Yeah.
And now she's shoving stuff down the pants of the other one. Cheesy nachos.
That's a little weird.
During the argument that ensued, Swan.
Like, I just wonder what she was so mad about, where she's like grabbing like handfuls of nachos and shoving them down her pants.
Well,
like what is that?
Even in the lesbian community, they get mad at their partner for playing video games.
Oh, yeah.
And they did. So I guess the Swan
That's what
lady,
she was pissed about.
she had been playing video games in the living room, walked over to her spouse, and then grabbed a handful of the cheesy nachos and shoved them down her back.
That's shocking.
Back of the victim's legs, right down the leggings.
They
shoved each other. And then she shoved her fingers into either side of her mouth and hooked her like a fish.
Wow.
Then Allison then continued to batter her by grabbing her head and slamming it into the floor multiple times.
Wow.
Over video games.
I don't know what. There's a drunken rage.
You would think that, like, yeah, that wouldn't be a problem in a lesbian relationship, would be video games. But it's the same things.
It is.
I bet lesbian, I wonder if lesbians, like, get mad if they go through their partners, like, the stuff that they like on Instagram.
Oh, you left the toilet seat up.
I don't think that happens.
I think it does. Damn it.
I think it does. I could be wrong.
Get mad at you didn't take the trash out.
Yeah, I mean, that one's a common one, probably.
Just trying to think of things that make women mad.
But
I'm out.
For it to happen in a lesbian relationship is the shocking part.
Probably the same things.
Yeah, I don't know. My mom was a lesbian for a little bit, but
you don't really remember. It's
I
kind
don't
of
remember.
foggy.
I don't remember if they ever fought.
Okay, I have a good question.
Yep. Yeah, go, Billy.
Yes.
Yep.
I have a good question.
Go for it.
Did she say harder also when she was in the lesbian relationship like she did when she was with men?
Oh, I only snooped on my mom when she was having sex with males.
Oh, okay, because you found the other one to be boring.
Yeah. Lesbian stuff was snooze fest. Even when my mom was involved.
Gotcha. All right. I didn't know she.
I never once saw my mom do anything with a woman.
Gotcha. Maybe
if she wouldn't have told me that she was a lesbian for a little bit, I wouldn't have even known.
Oh, that's good.
I was just like not interested. Only when she brought dudes over when I was like, hey, what's going on in there?
Gotcha.
What are those sounds?
Hey, what are those sounds?
You know, because the bed gets to rocking.
I know what a cricket sounds like. That is not a cricket.
I'll be honest, I never heard any of stuff like that going on with my mother when she was with a woman.
You know what? I heard squirrels make like bird noises because there was a squirrel on my roof, and I was like, damn, that's a weird looking bird. And I look up, it's a squirrel. And it's making all these weird noises.
Yeah.
And it was calling out to another squirrel.
That's weird. Squirrels are so horny.
I didn't know if it was like wanting sex or what. And then I'm thinking, does that thing think I'm a squirrel?
No way. Not a chance.
Dang, look at that big squirrel down there.
Mm-hmm.
I guess from the roof, I'd look a little squirrely.
No, I don't think so, Billy.
Somebody said that it looks like I have the flu on our chat. No, I'm just white.
Yeah.
And all white people look sick.
We look like we all look like we have
Always
the flu.
have the flu.
Yeah.
We have no I have zero color.
Right.
So, yeah, I look like I have allergies right now.
Attack our skin color more. We deserve it.
Man, Billy looks like extra fluey today. It's like, yeah, I'm white.
Right, what an insane thing to say to somebody.
Damn, you
look
got the
extra fluey today. Like, okay, ouch.
I don't hate it. I don't care.
Ouch.
Do we have the audio of Spend on a Date? Did you put all the audio up?
It's 2-2.
Sir. All right, this is what this woman wants us to spend on a date.
How old are you?
28.
Let's say I wanted to take you out. How much do you expect me to spend on a first date?
Depends where we're going.
What's your expectation, though?
I don't really have any.
So I could hit you up and say, hey.
Lie number one?
Yeah.
Hey, let's go to Burger King and get slushy.
No.
Why not? An expectation.
No, I mean, at least, like, nice 5-star restaurant.
What? I told you, on my first date, I took her to California Pizza Kitchen. My bill was $23.
This woman wouldn't even know how to order at a 5-star restaurant.
Not at all.
Like some of you.
She'd have her elbows on the table.
Like, just tell him Texas Roadhouse.
Hey.
That's the floor.
You got any A1?
Yeah. a 5-star restaurant. Lady, if you can't even name one, then, like, zip it.
And depending on how it goes, depending how I like you, and that all kind of goes with me even saying yes for a first actual date. So that takes a toll.
Okay. So 5-star restaurant in Miami, how much is that gonna range?
Depends how many drinks you'll be ordering.
Average.
Anywhere from 300 to 800, maybe. Jumpstart, yeah.
So she wants a dude to spend $300 to $800 on a first date.
I wonder why she's single.
Yuck.
Can't figure that one out.
Oh, I gotta see what this woman looks like.
I mean, she sounded
$300 to $800.
cute, but
let's see. Let me see.
I just think when that's what you're looking for specifically, like, you're just gonna have a harder time finding that.
That's gonna be tough nowadays because dudes know your tricks.
Yes.
Right? We can spot you now.
Mm-hmm.
There was a long time, many years, we couldn't spot you.
No.
We had no idea.
Mm-hmm.
Realistically, you expect a man to spend $800 on a first date?
Yeah.
Has it happened before?
Yeah.
No way.
He's probably old guy.
No, she just lied. Yeah, oh yeah, definitely. Because was she gonna say no? She'd sound like a dumbass. Oh, what do you expect? Oh, this guy spent $800. Oh, has that ever happened before?
I don't think I
No.
could take one call from a woman where the dude spent $800 on a first date.
I'm sure you could, but
What?
yeah, some guys out there are balling.
Yeah.
And it's not even that she, like, the girl even, like, required that. It was
Okay.
just she got taken on an $800
The
date.
only way I'd be spending $800 on a first date if there's like 10 girls.
Yeah. That'd be funny.
Right?
Yeah.
There better be 10 girls there.
Mm-hmm.
$800.
Yeah, just, I mean, I don't know. I definitely would.
Here's
it's
another
all about if you
reason.
have it. If you have it, whatever.
If you start at $800, there's no way to go up.
Bro, yeah, you're just
only going to
oh
go
my
down.
God,
That's why you got to start at the
absolutely.
Burger King, the California Pizza Kitchen.
Yep.
Then when you go somewhere nice,
Mhm.
once you realize she's loyal and she's not humping anybody else and you're together, sure, splurge. It's her birthday. Go out, spend a few $100.
No doubt.
But you're going to do that when you don't know her, you don't know nothing about it.
You're just asking for it.
That's an idiot.
Yeah. And you're right. You're setting the bar so high. Like, how are you going to
And-
continue to have a relationship with this girl? You're going to be broke so fast.
Yes, and ladies, if the dude's going to spend all that money, he's probably not very financially smart.
Right.
So you got to watch out for that, too.
And he's
Don't you
also
want a guy to
probably
be a
gonna
little...
cheat on you.
Yeah, he's definitely going to cheat on you.
Because he's going to feel like, well, what do I got to be faithful for? Like, I spent all this money on this girl.
And men will think that way.
I know I
Yeah.
do.
All right, I got to do a little game right now. That's rude, Derek, that you said you know you do.
The Billy Madison Show presents Big Dummy Trivia. The game where the winner's the biggest dumbass. Just who will be the biggest dummy? Well, gather around, dummies, and let's find out. It's time to play Big Dummy Trivia with your host, Billy Madison.
All right, I need 3 contestants that want to play Big Dummy Trivia. 1-855-FU-Billy. That's our pick and pull hotline.
Hell yeah.
Oh, this dude says the most he ever spent on a first date was $3,000. They went to a
Damn.
Lady Gaga concert, meet and greet and all.
I mean, you'll do that'll happen at that. That's just crazy. That was your first date.
I feel like he's the one that wanted to meet Lady Gaga.
Oh man, I would love to meet Lady
And he's
Gaga.
like, I don't want to look like a weirdo. I can't bring Bob with me.
Yeah.
So I got to bring a girl. So that's what I think. I think you wanted to meet Lady Gaga.
Lady Gaga is awesome.
What's up?
And she's low key hot.
Yeah. Felicia.
She is.
Hello.
Yeah, you want Derek?
Yes, please.
All right.
All right.
I got you, Felicia.
You're getting the D.
Derek.
Let's go to Josh. You get the Chris.
All right.
The Chris.
Yeah. Chris is like, all right.
Then you said my name.
Derek.
And I'm just waiting for the goof one.
Okay. That's gonna
Big
be
Dog gets
Big
goof.
Dog.
Big Dog.
Big
All right,
Dog.
hang on, Big Dog. We got to start our game. Let me get it all set up here. I'm going to give you the winner of this game getting World Oddity Expo, a 4-pack of tickets for May 17th. You can go to worldodditiesexpo.com to get your tickets.
Take the whole weird family.
That's right. You can take all the weirdos. People are upset that Nard's not headlining.
Oh,
Yeah.
no, you big dummy.
You know, he is sick.
Is he?
Yeah.
Okay.
Isn't he
All
like,
right.
dying?
No, he's not.
That's what Derek says.
Derek says that all the time. He's been saying Nard's been dying for 20 years.
I mean, he has.
All right. The Amazon rainforest produces 20% of the entire world's oxygen.
Derek.
Yeah, Derek.
True.
That is damn well true. Penguins can actually fly.
Derek.
Goof.
Yeah, Derek.
That's false.
That is false. Bamboo is the fastest growing plant on Earth.
Goof.
Yeah, goof.
True.
That is damn well
Oh,
true.
it is.
Nice.
Wow.
Nice.
Sharks are actually mammals.
Chris.
Yeah, Chris.
False.
That is damn well false. Lightning is hotter than the surface of the sun.
Chris.
Goof.
Yeah, Chris.
True.
That is damn well true. You've had that question before, haven't
No
you?
way.
Yeah,
That's true.
That is damn
That's
well true.
weird.
I mean, I don't know how they know that because who's ever been on the sun?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
The Great Barrier Reef is visible from outer space.
Chris.
Goof.
Yes, Chris.
True.
That is damn well true.
No chance.
Cacti grow only in deserts.
Goof.
Yeah, goof.
False.
That is damn well false.
Nice.
Let's see here. Octopuses have
Multiple?
3 lungs.
Chris.
Yeah,
False.
that is false. It's in the hearts.
Yeah.
The Earth is closer to the sun in the summer.
Goof.
Yeah, goof.
False.
That
Chris.
is false.
Wow.
Coral is an animal.
Derek.
Yeah, Dick.
False.
Chris.
Goof.
Yeah,
Damn it.
Chris.
True.
It's true. It's alive. Koalas sleep up to 22 hours a day. Like, why even be
Derek.
alive?
That's false.
Goof.
Yes, goof.
True.
That is true.
No
If
way.
you sleep 22 hours a day, like, why even be here? Well, what do you?
Yeah,
what
Marissa.
do you do?
What does a koala accomplish in 3 hours? How unproductive are they?
Very.
22 hours a day.
You should see my house.
Some frogs can freeze without dying.
Derek.
Yeah, Dick.
That's true.
That is true. What is our score?
So Chris has got 5. I've got 4. Derek's back on the board with 1.
Okay, good job, Derek.
Thank you.
Alligators can live in salt water.
Goof.
Yeah, goof.
False.
That is false.
Hmm.
Trees are the largest living organisms on Mother Earth.
Chris.
Yes, Chris.
False.
Goof.
Yes, goof.
True.
That is true. What is our score?
So I took the lead with 6. Chris has got 4. Derek's still at 1.
All right, Derek, you don't have a chance.
What? Never say never.
Let's see. The Arctic is colder than Antarctica.
Chris.
Chris.
True.
Goof.
Yes, goof.
False.
False.
Oh man.
Dang.
I'm almost
Running
sealed
away.
it. Almost sealed it.
A group of owls. Who is called a parliament?
Goof.
What a funny ass
Yes,
name.
goof.
True.
That is true.
Wow.
Dang.
Bunch of wise owls.
I like owl
A
jokes.
parliament.
Yeah.
It's like, do you see who was trying to get a hold of you? And the person's like, who? Man, you see that owl out there? And then I just love owl jokes.
I think those
They're
are
pretty
those
classic.
are dad jokes.
Yeah, that's what they're called, not
Yeah.
owl jokes.
Yep.
Spiders are insects.
Chris.
Yes, Chris.
False.
False. What is our score?
So Chris has got 4. I've got 8. Derek's
Oh.
still at 1.
It's over.
Yeah.
That's it. Big Dog, you won.
Yes, sir.
Congratulations. You're the big winner. A lot of energy from Big Dog.
Yeah.
Not a big talker. Well, congratulations, Big Dog. You're going to the World Oddities Expo. Big win for you today. All right, we got to get to the news. Let's see. I can't. There's no way I can scroll all the way down to give you a tease on the news.
I doubt it.
Let me see. Can I beat the clock here?
I don't think so.
No. No,
No,
I can't.
definitely not.
It's time.
Now it is our job to report the news.
The big-ass giant world news.
The revolution will be broadcast.
On the Billy Madison Show.
I saw the story yesterday. It's one of the big stories.
What?
I think at Edgefest we met him. We were working in Dallas. Brad from Three Doors Down, the singer.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Reveals shocking cancer diagnosis, has to cancel the 2025 tour. He went on to say it's not his time. He was so nice. I know he's a big NASCAR fan. Was he from, like, Mississippi?
Yeah, somewhere around there. I think Mississippi, yeah.
Right? Alabama, Mississippi, somewhere around there.
You have a better memory than I.
I just remember he was, like, so nice.
Yeah, a lot of the,
alternative type dudes.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was so nice. Just down to earth.
Super nice guy.
Stage 4, like, it's some sort of kidney cancer. And it spread to his lungs.
Yeah.
He fell ill and just went to the hospital, and that's when doctors discovered what it was.
That's crazy just to be like, this guy's getting ready to go on tour, and just one day he's just feeling like, man, I just don't feel good. I'm going to go to the doctor, and they're like, oh, yeah, you have cancer.
Yeah, he had this clear cell renal carcinoma metastasized into his lung. I'm sure I'm butchering that, but it's
I don't know
stage
why
4.
I always used to think that, like, cancer diagnoses were, like, different. Like, I don't know what I would think it would be, but it just, you just go to the doctor, and next thing you know, like, your tests come back, and it's like, that's what it is.
I mean, for my dad, he was just like, I'm having he thought he had acid reflux.
Right,
He had stage 4 esophageal cancer.
Mm-hmm.
And then cancer just beat his ass.
And it was like just one day he just felt a little sick.
Yeah. Well, I was having a hamburger with him.
Mm-hmm.
That was the last time I saw him. And then the next time I saw him, he was like dying.
Damn.
It's crazy just
It
how
is crazy.
fast it whooped his ass.
Yeah.
Teen Mom 2 alumni, Janelle Evans.
I know her.
She's hosting divorce party at New York City strip club after her split from her man.
Yeah, that was a weird. She was always in. I mean, a lot of them are in the worst relationships you've ever seen.
There's
but
like man.
Janelle's
12.
were infamous.
Yeah, and her mom was hilarious.
This was the girl that she had to go to court for something like on the show, and she was like, "Oh, I can't make it. That's like the Kesha concert."
Yeah.
And they were like, I'm not telling the court that you can't make it because you had. And she's like, no, you don't understand. I've already booked a hotel and everything. It's like, yeah,
that's funny.
You have court. Like you can't tell the judge, hey judge, I bought these Kesha tickets months ago. I booked a hotel and everything.
Well, you can't unless the judge is a Kesha fan.
Yeah, which I don't know a person that is.
You never know. I mean, it's worth a shot.
It actually tells you everything you need to know about Janelle, the fact that she was so obsessed with Kesha.
Yeah, Kesha's WT, right?
Yeah, I mean, for sure. For sure.
That's what I thought. I thought she was a little WT.
Yeah, she's jeweled out.
Desperate Kansas man arrested for stealing 800-pound cannon from a Spanish-American war to settle his drug debt.
I mean, he's like, nobody's going to miss this. They immediately are like, hey, where's that cannon?
Hey, man, I'm pretty sure we had a cannon in here.
Yeah, because a cannon would stick out.
Yeah, well, get it? It would stick out.
Well, it'd be like a big deal, too. It's like, oh, yeah.
It would be big.
Everybody looks for the cannons.
This was a cannon from 1794.
That's an old-ass cannon.
It is. He owed his drug dealer about $20,000.
Yeah.
After a pound of meth that he was supposed to sell was reportedly stolen.
I'm not.
That's not fair. If you get robbed of your meth, let's say your drug dealer gives you some drugs.
Bro, a pound of it? Oh, my God.
And then he gets robbed, and now he's responsible for that because he got robbed.
He was freaking out.
Now he owes this guy $20,000.
Yeah. No, it sucks.
So he went there and he stole this cannon.
It's like, I don't blame him, though. I would have tried to do the same thing.
I mean, I guess the drug dealer was like, hey, I tell you what, you owe me that money? I like that cannon.
Yeah, I wonder if the drug dealer did ask for the cannon or if the guy was just like, I should be able to get, some big time money out of this, at least.
Nobody's going to miss it.
Yep. I mean, I bet if you could get it onto the black market, I bet it would sell.
Who wouldn't want to have a cannon?
Yeah, especially, one from that time. I mean, that's an old cannon.
This is the latest insanely over-the-top movie popcorn bucket. They got the Mission Impossible movie bucket of popcorn.
Okay, so that's what they do now, right? At movie theaters, they have the special They have a special popcorn bucket to buy.
Yeah, but
Like,
you
that's
can
a thing to do.
Yeah, you can only open this Mission Impossible popcorn bucket with a key.
Oh.
So
Okay.
that's the only way to open it.
Yeah.
That's badass. That'll get people love this.
No, they do. I mean, that's something that has, got people to go back to the theaters because people want the limited edition buckets.
Warning as venomous insect imported from China invades 19 U.S. states. It's right on the edge of Texas.
Yeah, I believe it.
This is what it looks like. They're called the male Asian needle ants.
Mm-hmm.
Tend to be lighter in color. These venomous insects from China are spreading rapidly throughout the eastern U.S. Their sting can trigger severe allergic reactions, and in extreme cases, you can die from this flying-ass ant.
God.
Look
Just
at
to
this.
have a bitch-ass ant
Wow.
take me out would be the worst. Like, oh, what took you down? An ant?
ant?
Like, what?
Symptoms, it causes so you can't breathe.
Yeah, I mean, I know it probably is very deadly. I'm just saying it's an ant.
Look, it's right there.
Yeah.
And so Texas is at risk.
I'm not worried about it.
I'm gonna spray for ants.
Yeah, you're worried about all bugs.
I hate bugs.
Insects, bugs, anything.
Everything. Rats.
I mean, this guy
mice.
has, a bug guy out twice a week.
Just twice
Just
a month.
updating the lawn, making sure nothing infiltrates.
You'll like this. Cheez-It releases a new product that fans believed it was a prank. They hope it's for real, but it's pizza-flavored Cheez-Its. The Cheddar Jack Supreme Pizza Cheez-It.
I mean, that sounds
Italian
pretty good.
4 cheese, and the pepperoni Cheez-It pizza thing.
I like that Cheez-Its are like turning into like Pringles, where there's like all kinds of different flavors.
Look at them.
Yeah, I like it.
People will be eating those up.
I mean, maybe. They might be ass. Good thing is they have a good base product. So you can afford to play with it a little bit when you have such a good quality, home run at just the basic Cheez-It. Yeah, you can venture
They got
out.
a good base.
You could take some gambles.
If I had a rowing boat, I'm not rowing my ass anywhere in Florida.
No, not with the gators.
Yeah, this woman was killed by an alligator after having a relaxing road trip turns into a horror mauling as the alligator jumped up and ate the woman.
Yeah, that's why I'm always so shocked about how like people love the water, especially like the ocean. Like they just love it, and I'm like, you don't know what's going on underneath you.
That's what I don't like about it.
Yeah. So I'm not,
I like the ocean because you can see, like a clear ocean, like a nice, I don't know, Bahamas.
Okay. Yeah. You
I
want
don't
to
like
go
a
to some
murky
tropical-
lake
Yeah, right.
or a murky swamp.
No thanks.
Miley Cyrus reveals that she's grateful that her house burned down that she had shared with her ex-husband, Liam Hemsworth.
Oh, okay. Good
She's like,
for
I'm
her.
glad it burned down.
Me too, then. Me too.
What an insane thing to say.
I'm glad it burned down.
And so there's this remote Nebraska town that only has one resident.
Uh-oh.
And she's everything in there. She's the sheriff. She's the mayor.
Yeah. Well, she's the only person there.
Yeah, she's the librarian. She's the bartender.
Okay.
She's the treasurer.
There's no way they have all those amenities.
She's also the sheriff.
They do not have a library.
They don't have a library.
They got everything there, Derek.
No, they don't.
Yeah, everything. You should go. Next time you're in Nebraska seeing your kin,
yeah,
you should go visit her.
I won't.
All right, that's it for us. We'll see you tomorrow.